Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Friggin Nerds Media. I am your host, Mario Lima. Bring you guys the WUtuber panel. Bring you guys the latest and greatest in Wizards Unite content. I can say that today. I can finally say that. I can take from James, and he can't say a thing. Anyways, guys, we are so delighted to have you guys here. This is a very important weekend for us to be able to, say goodbye to a game that really brought all of us together. Wizards Unite. So we want to go out with a bang. So we're gonna go head on down to the 3 broomsticks. Rest of the gang's waiting for you right there. Although, geez, we got a lot of snow outside. I don't know if I can. The flying car is buried with snow. You know what? I always keep a little bit of flu powder from New York. So we're gonna try this real quick. We're gonna head on down to the 3 broomsticks. I can remember when it was 1 broomstick. And go meet up with everybody there. All right, guys. See if I remember how to do this. 3 broomsticks. Woo! Sorry I'm late, guys.
Popped up, man.
Am I late, guys? Am I late?
What's up?
What's the deal?
Am I late? I apologize. I got my butterbeer.
I wouldn't say you're late, but maybe
just try harder next time. Okay.
Yeah.
Listen,
the rest
man.
of us have just been hitting the butterbeer and waiting.
Hitting the butterbeer.
Listen, a wizard arrives precisely when he means to. Okay?
Yes, exactly.
Jinx.
Exactly. My goodness. But anyways, guys, this is it, man. The WUtuber panel. It's been a long time coming. We got the whole gang here. We got, of course, Lynette. We got...
Hi.
Hello.
Or Constance, depending on what day it is.
Just a reminder, we are no longer muted. So.
Yeah.
They were talking mad trash in my ears, guys. You have no idea.
So fun.
And then, of course, we got the lovely Lee Dumas.
Hello.
And then next up, all the way from the UK, our good pal Mark Zielman.
Ooh.
And then we got, of course, the lovely Cooper from Cooper's Charms.
Hey.
The always very southern Mike and Britt Berkey.
Hey, y'all. How y'all doing?
Howdy.
And of course, your boy James from Expecto Go.
Yo.
And all the way from where the real snow is happening, Zoe Fleischer.
Alaska.
Oh.
And of course, the pink witch herself, the lovely Brita.
Hey.
Sparkles.
And last but certainly not least, the always lovely, the Slytherin herself, Shanna Lee.
Yeah.
Man, I gotta say, this is like my end game right here, because just about all of you guys were guests on Content Beyond, my old podcast.
Yes.
I interviewed just about all of you
gosh.
guys, and like this is like you guys are coming back to haunt me. I gotta interview all you guys at the same time now. This is the
Heck
worst
yes.
feeling ever. But anyway,
Bad enough one-on-one.
You love it.
One-on-one.
Oh man,
That's
but
awesome.
so yeah, I think we got to start off here, man. We got some fun questions to ask, of course, fun stuff
dear.
happening. So we'll start with Lynette. Lynette,
Yes. Oh.
what inspired you to start covering Wizards
In
Unite?
general? Oh, no.
There's a broad question.
How long you got?
How deep are we going here?
Yeah.
When I was 5 years old.
I know. You remember when the 3 broomsticks was 1 broomstick? My goodness, how old are you?
Lamel in here.
I think so. Like many of us, I played Pokemon Go and was swept up in that phenomenal. It was such a different experience that kind of opened my eyes to. I played games casually, and now I feel like I capital play games.
Capital G. Gamer.
Capital G gamer now, like professional title. But it kind of opened my eyes to the ways that people can come together in like locally in community, and I thought that was so magical. And then when they announced that Wizards Unite was coming, I was just like, because I love Pokemon, but I'm not hardcore Pokemon fan. Like I'm still like, I grew up with a TV show, still very solid with first gen, but then like it gets iffy after that. So Harry Potter, I was like, all right. And Trainer Tips, many of y'all know Trainer Tips, posted a video and was basically, you know, encouraging, if you want to cover this game, like do it now. And Trainer Tips was like, Nick is someone who I very strongly admire as a content creator. So even though I had no experience, I spent a lot of time watching YouTube, but getting into it, I feel like this journey has opened me up to be more confident as a person of just, you know, putting myself out there. So I just took the risk and was like, I guess we'll see what happens. And if it goes nowhere, it goes nowhere. So I'm really glad that I did, though, because it's been a really, really fun journey.
Absolutely. That is funny you say that about Trainer Tips, because I think, again, with Content Beyond, everybody who I asked that question to said that. It was like, it came from him. He was like the one that kind of said, like, yeah, if you want to cover this game, now is the time. So it really was a good time to do this. And I mean, look what it's done. Like, if anything, Nick should be here to like, thank him a little bit.
Nick is playing Pokemon right now, okay?
Yeah. He's playing Arceus. He's playing Arceus right now. Let's go to Mark. Mark, what made you want to start covering this game?
Unfortunately, it was the same kind of watching Nick. Exactly the same video, I imagine. But I was like, I used to be Ingress player and started playing Pokemon Go, which kind of destroyed my Ingress community. There's a lot of us. And I was like, I was watching him. I was like, I can do that, as you do. And then I was like, and he did a video saying, I know, if you want to do it, do it. But this is before the Wizards Unite was announced. He's like, oh yeah, but you know all about Pokemon and all that sort of stuff. And I'm an old man. I have no idea. And so yeah, then the Wizards Unite came out. Oh no, I said to myself, if they ever do like something I know, like, you know, maybe Harry Potter or something. If they did a Harry Potter one, I'll do it. And then they announced it like 2 weeks or 3 weeks later on. I was like, okay, fine.
They were listening.
Destiny telling me then. Of course, I'm a nerdy IT guy that hides in the cupboard, so it's quite a journey to get me out.
So you can identify with Harry.
Yeah, the funny thing was,
Oh,
we're actually the same age. He's only about 3 months older than me.
Really?
Yeah, he's July and I'm October.
oh yeah. Oh
But,
wait, yeah, because your birthday, you're not the 12th though. You're the 11th, right?
That's it. Well done.
We're near each other.
Yeah.
That's it. So that's kind of okay, fine. I'll do that. And then I remember once that Tejas met Nick.
Oh my god.
And Anna was pregnant, and then he took a video with Nick saying congratulations on the baby to me.
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh,
God,
that's
my
cool.
goodness. And then I was
Yeah.
like, oh, you're old enough to be my son.
Thanks,
So, okay, fair enough. Well, still works. So yeah, that's pretty much it, really.
Yeah.
Wow.
I thought I'd be lucky to get 300 because I'm an older guy. I thought if I get 300 subscribers, I'll be all right.
Yeah.
Did all right so far.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about that those days leading up to the release of the game. It was a lot of
Oh my.
speculation, a lot of screenshots, a lot of
lot of
breaking
nothing.
down.
A lot of creativeness from all of us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nothing.
And it really does show how important the game was to people, because I will say this, I mentioned before we went live, as one of the first channels I saw was Expecto Go's channel. And that was when we were like looking at screenshots of like that alleyway poster. What's that poster mean?
Oh my God.
What's that dumpster mean? Who's in the dumpster?
And all of us missed the port key.
Literally every single one of us.
Yeah.
Every single one.
But
I was sitting there looking at like numbers in the corners, being like, "There's gotta be something
We're
here." And then they were
trying
like,
to decipher some sort of secret
I'm like,
code.
yes,
Okay.
Why
Oh
are
my
we?
gosh.
yes. But
Why are we Wizards Unite?
but the one video, like, you know, obviously when this game was announced, I'm like, oh, it's cool. Another Pokemon Go, basically another Niantic game. This is going to be fun. It's surrounded by Harry Potter. It's great. But I didn't understand the caliber of it until I saw it wasn't a James video. It was a Sue video where she was reacting to, I believe it was the official, like the second trailer. And it was like, we had like a little bit of some acting with some different people in there running around, waving their wand, chasing after foundables.
The launch trailer.
The initial launch trailer. We have that scene of they're in a soccer field or a basketball court, and you see a Dementor attacking somebody, and then when it disappears, you see glasses on the ground. And it's Harry Potter. And right when that happens, you see Sue react. And Sue's one of the strongest people I've ever met in my life. And just to see her like react to that, it just told me so much. It just like it showed me this is like, well, it's a hashtag we followed for years, more than a game.
Yeah,
it is a it's a fantastic community, fantastic game. So I want to know, you guys, tell me some stories about leading up to it and what did the game mean to you. We'll start with Cooper.
Well, I joined a little bit late on the WUtuber journey, so I missed a lot of like the initial trailers. But when I hopped in, I think it was right around that time that we got that trailer, if I'm not mistaken. And I just remember being so like starstruck by it. It was just so immersive and wonderful. And I was like, man, everybody's like reading into a lot of these things, trying to decode things. And I was like, I don't even know where to begin. I'm not seeing what they're seeing. I was like, okay.
It's not you, it's us.
I was like, I just thought it was fun. But I just remember being so excited, and that was at the beginning of my content creation journey, and it was just, I don't know, very magical and just special, and I had a lot of fun with it. So yeah,
absolutely. Let's move on to one of the speculation queens. We gotta go to Mike and Britt here. Britt, especially,
who is the star? Who founded the More Than a Game hashtag?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, tell us about from your eyes leading up to the game. What were some feelings and thoughts there?
Okay, so I think really for a lot of us that covered the game, those were some of the best times. Like when I look back, that was some of like the most fun that I've really had like in my whole life. It was the first time that we were like all coming together, like a whole bunch of nerds. I'm like, oh yes, this is happening. It's happening. They're nerds. It was that was just a blast. We were speculating. We were reading way too far into things. Which I, generally always do. It's my favorite pastime. But it was a blast back then because there was literally nothing to cover. And so we just made stuff to cover, and it was great. It was all we had.
Speculation.
Right. Like when we're talking about why did we start doing this? I'll tell you why. It was to prove to my mother that I had friends. And so I was like, hey mom, see, look at all these other nerds that also didn't grow up. See, there's more of us. I'm doing okay. All right.
I'm fine, mom.
I love that.
That's great.
I think too for all of us that were covering before we got any type of trailer or anything, when the teaser trailer finally dropped, it literally for all of us was that Michael Scott gif in The Office screaming, "It's happening!"
It's happening.
I remember.
I think somebody posted that actually in the Discord.
I think a lot of us were like, "Yes, it's happening!" So it was a fun moment. Like Britt said, it was really fun before because we built that like foundation, that base with everybody trying to get everything situated, and then it actually happened, and all of us just like freaked out together.
It was
so
nonstop. Oh my gosh, I remember that. And Sue's like texting me from work, like, "Are you seeing this? Like, did you see this theory that Lynette has said?" And like, or Tejas has said and stuff. And it's just like, yo. But I mean, this is what all of us have been waiting on for almost a year.
It was a while.
It was an entire year from the very first announcement to when we got a trailer.
Yep. So it was a big deal.
It's funny, it's all happening again, isn't it? Roblox Legacy.
Part
Seeing a trend.
Oh, it comes full circle.
I think that length of time though is why we all became friends. A lot of us, this was like our first like toe dip into content creation. And so I really think that we took that for granted. As now, like we're years past that, like you realize it's a really unique situation where the content creators that should be competing with one another became friends. Like some of our closest friends came out of this game and the content creation, and that just doesn't happen. Like James and I have sat and talked about, like, that won't happen again. Like that was such a unique experience. I think it was because like we didn't have anything else to do. Like so it's like, well, might as well just all hang out in Discord together and be best friends because there is nothing here to cover.
And
Nothing else is happening.
to be fair, before like all of this happened, like before I started my channel, I had no idea like how to use Discord. The only reason I knew about Discord was because Mario was always on it. And I think I forget if it was James or Zoe, somebody plugged the WUtuber community Discord and like, you know, was like link in the description down below. And I was like, oh shit, Mario, I need to make a how do you make a Discord? I don't know how to do the things and I need to learn real quick.
What is
like,
Discord?
Oh,
my God.
Lee hated Discord before. She did not
Discord.
like
I still hate
anti-Discord.
Discord.
I barely use Twitter.
It was Adam the Or who started the WUtubers, and we weren't even called. I don't remember who came up with the name WUtubers.
I think
Was
it
was.
I think it was Stages.
I think it was
Stages?
just
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Chris were having a Twitter conversation and it
Yeah.
kind of came out of that.
But that was like, I want to say February 2018 that Adam like found different content creators and gathered us all together in Discord. And yeah, then we spent the next 10 months talking about nothing because we had nothing to go on. And somehow we still kept making content.
Is
Well,
it
that's
I'm
what
an
we did,
English
follow the
major? I
Niffler.
can pull 6 pages out of my left
Right,
earlobe.
oh my gosh.
Well, what's great is that it kind of points out just how much I personally have learned, because I also did not know Discord except for the fact that Jeff was on it all the time with his guild. And I'm like, I don't know what this is, to the point of like now, years later, running my own Discord. I'm making my students use Discord for class. So it's like this thinking about that growth,
Progressive.
you know, just learning different tools and just the overall journey of that.
Yeah.
That was a lot of year one with all of us, I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
A
I
lot of
remember
trial
the
and error.
first trailer dropping.
Yep.
I was sitting there going, oh, this is so cool. And I realized, that's in London. And I'm the only guy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
and then
That's
Marco
right.
went to
The
That's
location.
right.
Yeah.
So cool.
So
That's
like,
right.
well, I guess it's me then.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
But that's
So
the
good.
power of Reddit that found the location.
That's
I
so
was
I
cool.
remember
I'm
being
so
so
my
jealous
gosh.
as
As
the game
opposed to
was
everyone was
dropping
like,
for
"Oh,
everybody
this is-"
too. Because I was in Japan and we got it way later than everybody else. and so
Oh,
I was
yeah.
watching
Oh,
everybody
yeah.
play and I'm like,
Oh.
I just want to play so bad.
I know.
And it was like, I think maybe 3 weeks after you guys got the game, we finally got it there.
Okay.
And so I
Okay.
was like watching
Too long
everybody
then.
else play and opening my game several times a day from work. Like, is it there yet? Is it there yet?
Yeah.
Is it there yet? And it wasn't for
You
3
know,
weeks.
I know.
I think I think we all did this. So he wasn't officially a WUtuber, but Spicy in New Zealand.
Oh my gosh.
Spicy.
when he got a New
Right.
Zealand before all of us, I think all of us were like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so
the
jealous!"
heck?
Like
Beta.
Spicy, bro.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
He was such a cool
Right.
guy too, because he let us use like footage and stuff
Oh,
that he
he
shot.
was great. Like
Yeah.
here we had
Spicy.
all been anxiously awaiting anything. And then there's this dude out of New
This
Zealand.
kid.
He's like
Kid,
literally
like
old
80 or
enough.
something,
He
like
could
a
be our
teenager.
child.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's out here just like killing it.
Yeah.
Oh, it was
And we're
awesome.
sitting there looking at
He
his
was
view count,
crazy.
aren't we? Like, God, look at how many views he's getting. Oh, look how many.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, jealous. Yeah.
Yeah. Gosh.
And that's another thing to talk about. Like, we're all from all around the world, really, with this game. You know,
Yep.
East Coast, West Coast, UK,
Alaska.
Alaska,
Alaska.
everywhere.
Only time.
So I think let's.
Zoe time.
So I
No
think
time.
absolutely. So
It's 10 a.m. I
let's.
don't know
That doesn't mean you can't have a booze.
Exactly.
Listen, I'm already in. I'm here. Here we go.
Most of the
But I'm
time.
straw ready.
But yeah, let's talk about like some we talk about community a lot in this community. But let's talk about some local community. A lot of different areas, like I said. Zoe, tell me some stories about like some local gameplay for you up there in ice, because I can only imagine in Alaska what gameplay is like up there.
I mean, winter you just don't. You play in your car, okay? But I've only been to a couple of meetups because it kind of took off here, but it didn't super. It was a lot of like going to WizU community days, and people are also playing like Pokemon Go at the same time, and I'm just like, oh, okay. But it was, I think launch day was like the weirdest day for me because I'm running around freaking out, and it technically launched like a day early, and I'm like running around with a camera. And this is Anchorage, Alaska. Like, we don't have like vloggers. We have like some vloggers, but they all live out in the boonies.
Do they all
There's,
vlog
like,
fishing and hunting?
Yeah, there's
and
like
such?
we're out here doing like survivalist living off the grid things, and I'm running around like
we're
friggin'
filming
trainer tips being like, I found a hippogriff.
The Alaskan
weird
vloggers are the ones that are they're filming the bears that are stealing the milk off their porch, right? Is that what it is?
I'm still a little salty about that bear getting on milk. But,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was I didn't find like the Facebook group. I don't know. I didn't find the Facebook group until like a year in, and I was like, where have you people been? Hello? Y'all need to come over here. Come here. We got all these things set up.
I know for us, because I was heavy into Pokemon Go, like real heavy. Just one of my kids like bother me all the time about Pokemon Go. But I got heavy into the community here. We're pretty dense, and there's a ton of POIs just like outside my door. So the city like is 2-3 minutes away, and we started like it'll be nothing to have like 500 to 800 people just around. So I knew Wizards Unite was coming around because we were all talking about it. Like, are you going to play it? I came from Ingress and then played Pokemon Go. I don't know if I could do both or whatever, but I would do a lot of filming for a lot of events. We would host a lot of just like below the ground, like, ground level events outside of what the community day was. And so I started scouting. I started as like, who's talking about Wizards Unite? Well, I'm starting a channel. I'm thinking about covering it. If it comes out, would you think about playing it? And I actually started doing interviews after a while. So when the game came out, I made sure we had some cats to play with. And then eventually, like, it got to a point like where it was like bigger than what I would imagine, like at least for like meetups. We go to Botanical Garden and you needed a pass, but if you had a pass, you can invite like 5 other people. So we would go to a Walmart, everybody's jump in the cars who had passes, and then we would all go to Norfolk Botanical Gardens and other places. And like it got to
it's
a point,
real life night bus.
Yeah, no, like seriously. So I think the biggest one we hosted was around like 50 to 60 people at it. And we didn't have the night bus, so everybody is going into groups. Are you a professor? Are you an aura? Are you this? All right, match them up. Magizoos were always the least amount. So I was like, let's start with the Magizoos first and just build the teams around that. And man, like that was some of the most fun playing this game, was seeing people get excited about it, coming together, leveling up all together. We would get to max out at Force 4, and then the next time we would play, we'll max out to Dark 3, and then the next time, like I remember the first time we got to Dark 5, and like that was unheard of back then because not a lot of people had people to play with. So man, we were very fortunate enough to have a good group here in the Hampton Roads area, and I'm actually meeting some of them after this just to say goodbye. So yeah.
Oh man.
Awesome.
It's a big sad.
Yeah.
Hey guys, as we're talking about community in chat, y'all sound off with where everybody is from. I'm curious.
Yes.
I'm curious what ends of the earth we're reaching in chat today.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
We have
speaking
a lot of new friends.
And speaking of that, so I want to go to Shannon next. So Shannon, you said you were in Japan still when this game launched.
Yeah.
Now I know Pogo for sure. A lot of people in Japan playing. How did people react to Wizards Unite in Japan?
I had a a little bit of trouble in the beginning finding people who were playing Wizards. So I knew like a good group of people who all played Pogo and got together for Pokemon community days and all of that, but none of them were interested in Wizards Unite. And I tried so hard. I was like, who's going to play with me? Who's going to play with me? And I got 2 people who would meet me in Sanjo and we would walk around and play together. And I remember walking around and you'd see, you know, the fortress light up like someone was in there, and I'd run down the street, somebody playing, like, and I'm like creeping on everybody's phone, like, are you playing Wizards? Okay, no, where's the person playing? I know somebody's here. And I was doing that every day and trying to find people. And I eventually found a guy who he ran the community for, it was all Japanese players. There were no other foreigners, and it was like him and like 20 people who all played Wizards Unite, Pokemon, and Ingress, and he like coordinated all of them. And when I finally met up with all of them for a community day, like they all had business cards with all of their information on it for their games. And they're all like, here you go, here you go, here you go. And oh, you're the foreigner playing with us.
What?
This is great.
Oh my gosh.
Why did we never know?
We need chocolate frog cards with our faces on it.
That's a good idea.
It's our business cards.
How did we not know about this, you know, like previously when we could have used them for Wizards Unite? Like,
well, I used the posters.
I was gonna say, didn't you post all the posters around your neighborhood and stuff?
So I would, all the fortresses, all the inns and greenhouses, I would post the posters from the website and add our Discord link and Facebook group on the bottom. If you play and like, yo,
marketing genius.
I was like, yo, I'm trying to connect with people.
Really good idea.
I'm trying to connect with people.
That's the old school. That's the old school players.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's the old school.
Being like a sourdough Alaskan who's just like, leave me alone.
Get off my lawn. To be fair, I do feel like a lot of Harry Potter fans are introverts. So I think that it was harder. I feel like Pokemon Go community like tends to be more extroverted, and I feel like the Wizards Unite community is more introverted. So I feel like in a lot of cases it's harder for us to find our like-minded individual friends because
we need
like
more
I am not going up to some rando in the park like Shanna. Like,
you not gonna do that.
You playing on Fortress right now? Like,
I was trying so hard just to find anybody to play with though, because I was like, I want to do these things and I want to level up in the fortress, and I had nobody. So I was like, I need somebody. Like, even if like you don't speak English and my Japanese is crap, like let's do this.
Oh my god. You know what's funny, Lee, is that so I would not want to go up to people, so I would send Jeff, my spokesperson. So James, Sue is your agent, Jeff is my spokesperson. Just to be like, okay, I don't want to talk to them, even though I'm the one with the camera and all the shit. I'm just like, no, I can't do it.
Oh, that's
too embarrassed.
Camera though, you're not talking to
kind of
people. Like, yes, you're talking to people.
You're not directing. You're not talking directly. There's like a you know, an in between there.
Yeah.
I did the same thing with Mario. I would send him like, go find out if they're playing, and he half the time he wouldn't. He would be like, like, come on, man.
You would be surprised what you can do when you are forced into situations where you have to. Though, honestly,
I definitely had to force myself into some situations.
Sam Marley
with the playground situation where like all the Pokemon Go before Pokemon Go, divisional Pokemon, dishing out their cards and swapping, swap, got, and all the Harry Potter people are like,
Right?
That's perfect.
Oh, that's perfect.
So a lot of people in chat are saying the same thing, that like, oh, like they said like, oh, you guys are so outgoing. Like I never would go like talk to somebody random in the park. And no, that's why like we have friends like James and Shanna.
But James, go talk. Shanna, go.
No, I think a lot of us are the same way. Yeah.
Anna and I are so rural that there was never actually an opportunity to try and find people. Like we like eventually I found like an Atlanta Discord group, and the meetups, we would still have to drive an hour to get to a meetup. Like that's what we were doing for community day and occasionally fortressing and stuff. But you guys are like, oh, like trying to find people like creeping on their phones and stuff. They're like, the Sawney Mountain is 10 minutes away from us, and there's like 3 points of interest there. And we would be there like every single day, and we would like play Pokemon Go there and day. Never came across any other player, like ever. Just,
That was what was so fantastic about the night bus.
The night bus.
The night bus like allowed a lot of us who like didn't have anybody to play with or were too introverted or autistic to walk up to people in the park.
Yep.
Like we were able to like find other players and stuff, which was really cool. I wish that they had introduced that earlier into the game.
Yeah.
Because I think that's why a lot of people initially like fell off really quickly, is they were like, this looks really cool, but there's nobody for me to play with. So I wish that they would have introduced that social aspect earlier.
And the Niantic social as well. That was like a new feature that
chat.
they introduced right at the end that, you know.
The face with it,
yeah.
Like,
I have opinions on that, so stay tuned for a video coming next month.
I get it. I get why that type of feature wasn't a thing, because I mean, it wasn't even in Pokemon Go either.
Right.
The night bus feature or even remote raids, and I mean, that's their pillars, at least as a company, which is community, exploration and exercise, all that jazz. So I get it. But that was always a complaint, even in Pokemon Go, even in Ingress. Rural players always got the bad side of the style of games that Niantic would produce, because it was so heavily based on points of interest. So, I mean, it wasn't just Wizards Unite. It was all their games. It's just Pokemon Go just blew up like nobody's business. So
I do
Ingress had
wish
comms, though. That was a good thing. With Ingress, you could talk to people.
Yeah.
through the system early on.
Yeah.
I do wish
they did
that-
have, there wasn't like rural players had a different type of game to city players. Like if you were to create big fields in Ingress, it was much easier as a rural player because
Sure.
Like in cities, there's like little dots and things everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a different kind of game. And I remember with Ingress, we used to synchronize. We used to get cars. There'd be like 3 or 4 cars, and we'd have Trello and or Zello, and then walkie-talkies. We'd have someone on a laptop at home. Cars in the right place.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
That is dedication.
Yeah, you have to be single to play that game. See ya, I'm up at 11 o'clock at night.
Hot takes.
It's like 3 o'clock in the morning or something, doing some weird stuff. But that's great.
God.
Yeah. I remember I was like, oh, so I can submit all these POIs ahead of time before the game was like launching and everything.
Yeah,
it'd be great. So I flooded my whole area with POIs.
Yeah.
The game launched. I was looking at nothing.
Where's my work?
One day,
where is it?
I know.
Yeah, and then one day I saw smoke from a chimney from one of the.
Yes.
There you go.
Nice.
Ooh, there's a player.
Go.
So
There
I
you
ran out
go.
my house.
A
to
friend.
try and find them. And I was looking, I was like, no one here. It was dark detectors, that was it. It was dark detectors spinning on the top. There's something around it. I was looking around, I couldn't find anybody. And it was like, and I saw them go down, and I saw them go back up again. I was like,
They got
there's a
invisibility
couple of
cloak.
houses with the curtains open. I was looking through the windows.
I'm about to get hard stressing.
There's this dude on the
Are
couch.
you a Harry Potter fan?
You just hold your book up to the window.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just like, show your wand.
Me?
No.
You, me?
Yeah. The sort of thing they do in the States to get shot. But yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, I saw this guy playing on a sofa. And I swear he's playing it. And I was just kind of looking at him. Like,
Do you wanna be my friend?
thumb, is he
Oh my
like,
gosh.
Mark standing on the front lawn with a boombox playing the Harry Potter theme.
Mark was like a total creeper. So
Oh my gosh.
Whoa. If we could just like,
Whoa.
and yeah,
Whoa.
our buddy Raylos just gifted 10 subs, and there's a hype train incoming. This Raylos, you're the best,
We're all
buddy.
on the Hogwarts Express hype train. This is great.
oh my goodness. Thank
Oh
you
my
so much
gosh.
for the gift sub.
Let's
Thank you,
go.
guys. Thank you. This is amazing.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
But yeah,
Mario,
man.
I have to let me hold on.
Yeah.
So I have to say that one thing about the pandemic and everything. So like the game came out and the pandemic hit like 6 months later.
Yeah.
And that was a blessing and a curse, I feel, for this community, because it was a blessing in that now everybody turned to live streaming and we all became, I think we talked about this recently, we all became so much closer because we were in each
Yeah.
other's live streams. We were keeping each other sane. Like, you know, we were doing WUtuber's comfort streams and everything else just to keep like some semblance of normalcy and some semblance of social interaction going while we were all cooped up at home. But I wish that we had had more time without a pandemic, because I feel like there was so much potential to grow a community within our communities that we never really got to tap into because it started and ended with a pandemic, essentially.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. It's true.
That's
So I've
true.
been part of well, lucky, unlucky. I've moved since Wizards Unite has started. So I being at different university locations, I started in Tucson, which just walking around in the mall, that's like Jeff and I did that every single day. We would go to the mall kind of like at 10, and then we would stay there like until 4. And it was because it was summertime for me, so I wasn't really teaching or anything. So we would just make laps around the mall, eat Panda Express for lunch. Like it was just our routine for the time. And then I moved to California, so now I'm in Fresno, which Fresno's in a weird location. It's in the literal center of California, so I'm like 3 hours away from everything, and well, 6 if I keep going down to San Diego. So I've had like the luxury of having 2 communities, or being part of 2 communities, like in terms of meeting up, but also I've been spoiled because we could drive to San Francisco and do like a panel with the Wizards Unite team, and drive to Comic-Con in San Diego and do like some gameplay. But the reason I'm bringing this up is because the energy of having those like concentrated spots and seeing that potential for community building, I think wasn't there for us, and it's unfortunate, but it just is what it is. So we made the best with what we had.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Holy crap, we have so many gifted subs happening right now.
Guys.
though. You guys are
Hype
nuts and we
train.
love you.
This is
Holy
amazing.
moly.
Tim and Stacy, thank you guys so
Thank
much.
you
for
guys
that,
so
man.
much.
Ooh, buckets.
Y'all are wild.
Level 5 hype train going on, y'all. This is
Yeah.
crazy.
Whoa.
206%. What? in the
Yeah.
world?
Wow.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
Yeah, you guys didn't even know that if we got to a level 5 hype train, that is actually when we unlock the Friggin Nerds OnlyFans page with Mario, James, and Mike. So get ready,
Yes.
community.
Yes.
Mhm.
Here's to that.
GG's.
Special sexy wizards shoot.
Manny Fanny only fannies.
Yes.
Content you
Yeah.
don't know you
I gotta speak to my agent first. I gotta speak to my agent.
Yeah, I gotta talk to my agent.
I am in full support of the Manny Fanny.
No.
So
Still
is
working
in
out the
charge.
contract. Still working out contract.
It was my agent that came up with the idea, so I'm stuck, y'all. But you got me at least. You got me.
Oh my word.
Oh my Lanta.
That's funny.
I'm such an old man. I'm like, what's this bits? What's
Welcome to Twitch.
Yeah.
Welcome to Twitch.
It's funny. A lot of our content creator
Oh my
friends
God.
are
Oh my
on
God.
YouTube, and
Yeah.
so welcome over here, Mama Dawn.
Mama
Oh
Dawn.
my
Yo.
God, you guys, this is
God.
wild.
Calm down, Tim again.
339%.
The hype going.
And
my
this is
God.
why the community is the best.
This happened.
Stuff
That
like
happened
this.
on the best topic, talking about how great this community is. I mean, this is
I
it's
mean-
crazy.
It's
Yeah.
Yeah,
You guys are
life-changing.
insane.
Whew.
This community changed my life legitimately.
Actually,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've told the story before, but when we all met up in Indianapolis, or not all of us, I'm sorry, Shanna, I shouldn't say all of us
It's okay.
because
Yeah.
I know you weren't there. And Mark, I don't think you were there either, were you?
No.
No.
No,
Unfortunately.
it was the other British one.
I
The
said
other
shiny
one.
over.
Yeah.
the other one.
Yeah.
She said I
Come
said
up with a
shiny
t-shirt. I'll
over.
pay you when you get back.
But when we met up with the majority of the community in Indianapolis, when we went to, there was a bunch of us that went to the trivia night at the bar the night
Yeah.
before WooFest actually started.
Man.
When we were like, literally, I had the best night. I was a little tipsy, but I was like, I love these people. And then we were leaving, and I started to sob with Mario on the walk back to our hotel. And I was like, I love my tribe. And he's like, I know. And I'm like, no, you don't understand.
Why aren't you sobbing with me?
Exactly.
And we all
Yeah.
acted like we knew, like, you know, we knew each other for years. Like I remember, like I
Yes,
remember
we
the crowd partying, and I saw James, and we just looked at each other. We just started hugging it out. You know what I mean? Like, we were just like so happy to see each other. All of us were just so excited to be there. And I guess this is a great opening. Woo Fest, man. This was a huge event. We only had one, unfortunately, but it was a extremely amazing time.
Amazing.
It was
like such a good weekend.
So let's go through some stories, man. We'll start with Brita on this one. Tell us about Woo Fest in your eyes.
Yeah, I was so excited. Of course, side note, y'all know I have a chronic illness, and so it was a little different for me. I basically had to super rest beforehand. Dan supported me paying changing my plane ticket to a more expensive one so I could arrive I think like Friday morning instead of later that day so I could nap. And I also couldn't stay up late Friday night or Saturday night. Getting 6 hours of sleep both nights was like really pushing it for me. And then I basically spent the following week sleeping. But I did that so that I could like go all out as possible that weekend. And I mean, it was amazing. There was one thing for a couple of people who had worked with WB and Niantic. We had like a reception Friday night.
That was fun.
Which was so much fun. I got to
fun.
meet Phases. Like, it was so crazy. Of course, I had no idea what she looked like, but she like came up to me and she's like, Brita! And just, you know, gave me a big hug. Because I was the only person who had an NDA then. And it was just, I mean, everything was wild, and getting to meet some like huge Harry Potter YouTubers. So Cooper, I basically dragged Cooper with me. It was like, there's Tessa Nettie and there's Brizzy Voices, and I just grabbed her and I was like, we're gonna go meet them.
Well, I was so starstruck, and I was like, oh my God, I can't go up to them. What? And Brita was like, we're going to.
We're going.
Everybody needs a Brita in their life.
Yes.
And then we actually ended up, like, Cooper and I got to be in Brizzy Voices video. Like, and she linked to us, like, which did not result in 1 million subscribers. I was really shocked. But just, I mean, everything was so crazy, and just getting to meet everybody. I will say at that point, I was really, really fortunate. Just with my traveling and stuff, I had already met a bunch of people. Like, I had obviously met the people who were at the LA event. Wizard Wave Chris like spent a weekend with me, and that's how we met for the first time.
I remember y'all's videos.
Yeah, it was great.
I was like, Chris was like, "Hey, I'm coming to Atlanta. Do you know of a good place to stay?" And I was like, "You can stay in my house."
My house.
I had met Matt. He came to Atlanta for an early showing of Crime with Grindelwald. I had met Gita and Adam in Denver. So it was just great, finally like meeting everybody and trying to make sure that Dan was comfortable, because he like hadn't met as many people, and he wasn't the one hanging out online with us all the time. So I was just like, here's my husband, Dan. Like, none of you guys have met. But I mean, it was just like a nonstop party. And then the really fun, but also kind of embarrassing thing was Sunday morning, because I'm a Ravenclaw. I like to organize things. Okay. So I had tried to organize a brunch weeks in advance. And I got like 6 people to confirm that they wanted to come to brunch. Okay. So I made a reservation for 6 people for Sunday morning for brunch. All right. And then
Rita, I think it was more than 6 that ended up coming, right?
Like 20 people.
It was like 20 people. And
There were
everyone
so
just
many.
So many people
showing up, like between when we had a
Oh my
reservation
God.
over the next hour, people just kept showing up. And I was like, I just have to go with it. I can like hide under a rock, because I was the one who had made the reservation, and I kept having to ask if they could add more people. It was wild. So I just made sure that we all tipped a huge amount of money, because it was insane. It was, I swear, if any of you guys saw that, it was not planned. It was planned for 6 people. And then I think a couple of the, like, Lynette and Gita, maybe a couple of other people had separately decided to come to brunch and then showed up. and we
Well,
combined
it was
our
because we went to a
reservations.
different place and it was closed. And I was like, well,
Yeah.
I know other people are over here. Why don't we just like, and then once
Yeah.
we got there, y'all were like, or somebody was like, why don't we just like come together?
Yeah,
Combine.
yeah.
And then
Yeah.
people just kept showing up and showing up and showing up, and it was literally over 20 of us. That was not planned, but it was one of the like best moments.
It was so great.
Once I got over my humiliation of like not being polite to the restaurant.
I'm sure you were polite. It was just you know, an inconvenience to them. Like
we spent a lot of money.
We
freaking
spent a lot of
debutante.
money.
Spent a
We
lot
did
of
spend a
money.
lot of money. Yep.
Yeah.
The best part of brunch was that Lynette brought all of us
The
Harry Potter cards.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone got
Cards.
packs.
Yeah, maybe that's what happened. Is like word got out, like Lynette's got packs.
Lynette-
Everybody
She's
gets a
giving them
brunch.
away. Yeah.
Got supplies.
There's
Yes.
mimosas and Lynette has cards. Everybody
Yeah.
run,
Oh my
run.
God.
Yes. It was really fun. And I was wearing my mimosa t-shirt, which I have with me.
Yes.
My
Oh my gosh.
There it
it's
is.
mimosa, not mimosa.
Oh my gosh, that's great. That's so perfect.
Which so I have answered my perspective. I have to take a bio break and then I have to make a mimosa. So
There you go.
you go,
There you
girl.
There you go.
so while I'm gone, you should talk about how great I am.
I mean, always. I never
We
shut up
will.
about how
We
awesome
will.
you are.
Oh man.
I remember
but-
Fan Fest. It was just like I was sitting there. Oh, they're gonna do a Fan Fest. Also, I was like, this is my time to shine. And then like, Indianapolis? Seriously?
Aw.
In the United States? It's like of all the countries that you might want to host a Harry Potter thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
I would have
United
flown
States.
to London.
Oh,
If
Oh,
they
yeah,
if they
yeah,
did it, I would have
yeah.
flown.
that
Yeah,
would be
and
huge.
the problem was because obviously my little one was born in April.
Mm,
That
oh
time,
right, yeah,
like,
yeah.
I couldn't really bail for like a long week. No, honestly, I play a game for like,
Bye. I'm going to a
Yeah.
different country for a weekend.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Have fun.
Oh. But let's
I did watch. I was kind of catching all these like little streams and things that people were doing, and I think I had a 24-hour live stream of all the stats that we had. I think the dragon egg stats and how many
Yep.
dragons.
Mhm,
and-
mhm.
And we were actually we were keeping up with that too because
Oh wow!
yeah, I remember being like, oh, we gotta check in, see what our numbers are at because you know like none of us had that readily available and it was all in one place with
Right.
you. So
I was
I remember
harassing
checking in
Fraser
often.
so badly over that. I was like, "Come on, give me the stats." Come on.
I just have to gripe on behalf of Mike, myself, and Mark. See what happened here was
Yeah.
like, okay, freaking Niantic, Warner Brothers, we were covering your non-existent game for like a year and a half. We all gave up waiting and decided to just have children. And by the time that it came out, we were all having kids right then, and it made it a
Yep.
lot harder to
Yep.
travel places. Or else you would have been there
Facts.
with us.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think WooFest was a month after we had Willa. And so
Yeah,
it
I
was-
had just had a C-section, and
Yeah.
it was so painful, like walking around all day. But I was like, I'm doing it. This is like the last time we've left Willa. I think
Yeah.
that was like the only time.
There was no
Horrible.
way I was going to be able to come back on a teacher's salary, so I just watched online.
Uh,
Oh my
Yeah.
The only reason I even made it was because my Patreons were like, they help subsidize my ticket and stuff. Because like to leave
That's
Alaska,
awesome.
Ugh,
it's minimum $600. Like that's the minimum.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
I can sometimes get down to Seattle on like a super special weekend ticket price of like maybe $100, but like that's every once in a blue moon, and blue moons are more frequent. So it was kind
Trying
of
to keep the population up, huh?
Yeah, we gotta keep we're not leaving. We need people.
I know with us,
Oil companies.
I know with us, it was just trying to find babysitters because I think
Mhm.
Mike or Britt was talking about like Brita was talking about how she didn't see everybody from the LA event and ended up seeing the rest of everybody at the Wizards Unite Fan Festival. Well, I was the only one who was able to go to the LA event because they could only cover one ticket WB. So
Right.
when we went for the Wizards Unite Fan Festival, we made sure we got 2 tickets, but we had to find babysitters because we were there for like a good 3-4 days. So that was the hard part getting there. But once we got there, man, I still watch that video because we had did 3 videos. One for the bar, one for the first day, our day we were there, and then one for the Sunday we were just exploring,
Wild
going
Dan.
around and stuff. So I think the big part for me when we were there was just the fact that seeing everybody, because there was like there was no dry tears at all. So yeah.
Rita, you look
Eyes.
so pretty right now.
I know, Rita, you're looking good, girl.
Yes.
So she is here. I just got home and I can't find her.
Well, this is perfect, Dan.
Took a bio break and is getting
Like, what's
mimosa.
happening?
It's mimosa time.
I mean, that's the likely assumption. If I can't find her, she's probably in the bathroom.
Well, it's perfect, Dan.
Welcome, Huffle husband.
Let's bring Dan to this. Dan, give us some stories from Woo Fest. What are some memories you have from going to Indianapolis, hanging out with everybody?
Oh goodness.
That's
That
all about
was-
Brita.
It was quite the fun experience. I wish we could have done it at least once more.
I know.
Because unfortunately, most of the weekend it was just meeting people.
Yeah.
And
Right.
so many cool people. I mean, just being in the Airbnb downtown, that was just a riot. I enjoyed our breakfast, completely
Oh,
unplanned
yes.
and impromptu.
See?
got
Everyone
a lot
loved
of
it.
hand.
Good.
And just the experience of walking around the festival, being with all the fans, getting to meet John Hankey and Pokemon Master Holly, and
Oh yeah, Holly.
some, I guess, HP Woo celebrities. It was just so much fun. In fact, even playing at the airport, waiting to leave.
That
we
was
got
Oh my
some-
God, the airport.
Yeah.
That was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Dan is here, chat. Cindy said if you're a Huffle hub, raise your hand. So I know we have Dan, we have Mike,
Mario.
Zoe has one. We
Mario,
have
half raise
James.
your hand. on
James
this
has
one.
the, or Mario has the wrong tie on.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Mario
Yeah.
is
Mario's like,
or
no.
will
He's
be.
not wanting to raise his hand.
He's
Mario.
engaged to be a
I'm
husband.
gonna go
Definitely
half
is.
mass on this one.
Yeah,
I'm
the
gonna go
day-
half mass on this.
Day that we get married, Mario will convert to Hufflepuffism.
We'll resort him at the altar
Yeah,
so that he can leave as a Huffle husband.
Yeah.
Mario,
Here we go.
black or white?
Oh.
You may now place the hat upon your head. Oh, then
You
kiss the
may
bride.
now change your tie and then
The whole
That's the
thing.
official.
Yeah, the whole thing's not a wedding.
This
It's
tie
just
I
me
wed.
getting resorted. I'm not even getting married.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's the whole
It's very
ceremony.
serious.
Getting tricked.
do you take this house to be your house?
Oh my gosh.
To have it to
Steph,
hold.
Steph
Forever.
said he is a Gryffindor. Y'all cannot have him. Look, as someone who has worked very closely with Mario now for the past year, I can say with confidence, the man is not a Gryffindor. He
Thank
is
you.
100%
Thank
a
you.
Hufflepuff.
Put a poll up.
Thank you.
Put a poll up for
Thank you.
Put a poll up
What
for
is
the
up with
community.
everybody here and changing people's
All right.
houses though? Because
I'm gonna
when I
vote.
was in New York, both Lee and Cooper were like, "You're not a Slytherin."
I was saying the same thing in New York. I know we're talking about fan festival, but like when we had our little fest, like I was like, man, see, some of these houses don't fit right to me. Like I'm just looking at everybody talking. I was like, it doesn't seem right at all.
Dana does not give off Slytherin vibes. I'm
At
sorry.
all.
At all. Right?
Let's take a group vote for
100%.
everyone.
We have
I-
it from the books, and we don't have good examples of Slytherins from the books, like other than Slug.
Right.
And it's not a good example. It's like it's the ambition. That's the thing. Like we got the drive, we
Mhm.
got power. I'm gonna go like the rocks rap. Don't
I always forget
Um,
Slughorn's a Slytherin. I always
Yeah.
forget.
Slughorn is a
Yeah,
Slytherin.
Same.
How do you
And you
forget?
know, there's a certain other person that we don't want to associate ourselves with.
Are you talking about my friend Chris?
No,
Hey, Draco.
I would never
What is
besmirch
happening?
Chris's name. Oh,
You
they would
best
come
not
for
be.
me.
Lee, I before I knew you, I was sorted Ravenclaw. And I still feel very Ravenclaw. It was actually when I got pregnant that the
We
group
had a video. on
the
it.
group was
Yeah.
like,
Oh my God, I
it's
forgot
time
about
for
this.
Brit
I
to
forgot
resort.
about that.
That's right.
Yeah.
I forgot
And
about
the
that video.
greatest part of it
That's
was
hilarious.
that to like tell Mike that I was pregnant. Like I used like, the pregnancy test, and I put it in one of those
Mystery
the
wands,
wand
yeah.
mystery
Yeah.
boxes or whatever, and because I wanted to film him to get his
Yes.
reaction. And the wand that actually came out of that was a Voldemort wand. So it was just like it
Should've
was
known.
fate from
Perfect.
the beginning. And
Yeah.
if anyone knows
Yes.
Willa now, it's absolutely
Yes.
it was an omen
Yes.
of what was to
Oh my
come.
The Queen of Sass herself.
Yes, that
love
she is.
it.
Mm.
Y'all, if you have not yet, vote in the poll on what house Mario should be in. Right now, Hufflepuff is winning at 66%.
Oh,
Let's
come
go.
on.
Oh
What's
my
Gryff- what's
god! And there's
Gryffindor
like
at?
there are like 60 people that have voted for you, Mario.
Oh, yes.
I may have spammed the channel points button, but
I did mine
I
like
got
4
some
times. So yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
y'all are sabotaging me. This is ridiculous.
gosh.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
We're being honest. We're being
I think I'm
honest.
the only husband that's not actually a Hufflepuff.
What are you?
Am I? I'm Ravenclaw.
Ravenclaw. That's
Ravenclaw.
easy.
Go
That's
team
the easy
Ravenclaw.
one. Yeah. Yeah.
It's so easy because both are actually. You will actually
Fair.
find out that it's blah 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 blah. Or... Oh yeah, I'm definitely Ravenclaw.
Yeah.
Ah,
That was, gosh, I forgot.
unreal. But anyways, guys, while we're
Yeah,
waiting
we
to
remember.
be resorted here, let's talk about the game. Let's talk about the game a little bit, man. Let's have a little bit of fun. I want to go around the horn here and figure out what are some of y'all's favorite foundables, adversaries, and your least favorite. So we'll start off with Lee.
Me.
Yeah.
All right. So, well, for me, from the get, my favorite foundable has been the Mr. Weasley turns into a rubber duck foundable, because I just thought it was such a
That's a good one.
quirky callback to like, tell me what exactly is the function of a rubber duck? Like,
Hmm.
that was so like only real fans would know that line because it was such a little niche thing. And I also loved the trolls in the Mirror of Erised,
Oh,
like
yeah.
the male
Mhm,
troll
mhm.
and then the female troll, like you
Mhm.
know, flirting with each other in the mirror. Love
I'm
that one.
surprised you didn't choose the Niffler.
The Niffler
Right.
also. I mean, like I got a lot, guys. I've got a lot of favorites. I know Mario, your favorite is the Fort Anglia.
Yes.
And that's
that
also
was-
a favorite of mine.
That was fate today. Like I literally, because I played in one of the parks. We used to like shoot content in all the time and hang out. And I was saying like, I want to play one last time in here, and I want to get my favorite foundable release and just place it one more time. And I couldn't get it. I was getting a lot of amazing foundables, but I couldn't get that one. And I wake up this morning, I boot the game up, and I said, man, I was telling Lee, I'm like, I wish I got that Fort Anglia. I was really upset about that, but it happens. First foundable I click on, Fort Anglia.
Mm.
So I went
Yep.
outside, took a shot of it, and I was like, that's it. That's the last Fort Anglia that my friend came to see me. But moving on, let's go to James. Let's go favorites and not favorites.
I think we all know you're not favorite. Puking pastels.
Yeah. If you follow the channel, my least favorite is the puking pastels. For a long time, I played with the audio on, and so
Was that
Yeah.
foundable why you don't anymore?
yeah, that one
Yeah.
and the hag. I kind of.
Well, you're doing the hag at night. That would be creep me out too.
Yes.
Because like during the day, I was working very hard, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
stuff with the kids. So I would play a lot of times at night. So the hag scared me to death because I enjoyed the animation, but like, yo, you hear her breathing, and then she's walking closer. Yo, still bugs me out. But yeah, puking pastilles least favorite. My favorites are kind of broken down to AR, and AR photography, kind of, because I got heavy into that. So like just casually, my favorite ones was like the Swooping Evil and Luna. I like, because I love taking pictures of Luna because I could just put her with any backdrop and she would just kill it as a model.
She's
just
an
like
Instagram
filming.
model for
Yes.
sure.
Oh my gosh. Loved like if I just wanted a photo, I just put her in some snow, sunset, like anything. So those are some of my favorite too. I loved taking photos of. But some of my all-time favorites is Newt, the Ministry Newt. I loved all the Dementor ones,
Yeah.
but that one specifically, I love that one. We got Credence later on with the Dementor. I love that one from the 1920 Sport Key, and I think it's 1 year later. foundables, the brilliant foundables, because I think Harry had the Inferi, and then Ron had the Wizarding chess piece attacking him. And so those are some of the ones that stood out to me playing the game over the years.
Yes.
If you're in chat, let us know what your all-time favorite and your least favorite foundables were. James,
I think James
your
knows
least
mine, his
favorite
favorite.
was my favorite. I love the
That's
puking
hilarious.
castle.
Yeah.
What a
It's
Slytherin
my
thing to
favorite
say.
one.
So gross.
I love it.
So
They have bookends that has bubble, the one's Bubble
Yeah.
Boy and one's I want those so bad. I want them so
Wait,
bad.
did you ever play with the sound on, Britt?
Yeah, I don't.
She likes it.
mind
She
it.
likes it.
Oh,
Great.
it puts her at ease.
Brit is
No.
obviously not a sympathetic vomiter.
She lives in the
so-
dungeon, so
No.
Gosh.
After 3 children, you
Seriously.
kind of just get used to like
I was gonna
being
say,
covered in like weird stuff.
I mean, I went through that, but still, like, Joe had like an incident. Joe had a little incident through like his last colonoscopy prep, and I was like,
You and the
I
dog.
love you, but I can't be here.
Mario has to clean the dog vomit because I can't do it.
Nope.
Yeah, people vomit doesn't bother me, but cat vomit does. I will
That's
throw
a
up.
different level, though. That's a different level of puke.
See, animal stuff doesn't bother me. It's when it's people stuff that I freak out.
Oh yeah, it smells weird.
Oh,
What a weird turn this conversation.
Yeah.
is like.
Always.
We're talking about
Always.
all of this gross stuff.
All
Oh,
for
yeah.
the pukies.
Yep.
Cooper, what is your favorite?
Switch.
My all-time favorite was definitely the Swooping Evil. I've always had a
Yeah.
fascination
Oh,
with
yeah.
Swooping
So
Evil.
beautiful.
It's a good one.
Yeah, and I really enjoyed doing my skit for the Swooping Evil. That was like
Yes!
one of my
I forgot
favorite
such a
ones.
good
God
job.
about that. Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
But I think my least favorite was the blast-ended screw because they were so hard to take down.
They were. And it was only like
Yeah.
a medium foundable, I
Yeah.
think, or something. I was
Listen.
like, yo.
Oh.
They were the worst.
That's
And
I
so his
mean,
training did
God.
not matter at all.
Yeah.
No,
Worst,
no,
so-
definitely not.
Oh
was
my
the
god.
vampire oddity. Just saying, the vampire oddity. You like he was so slow. It took him.
Oh, it took forever.
Oh.
The
Very
animation.
It's when you take him down to
Yeah.
1 hit point as a professor, just being like, why won't you die?
The only one that made me just angry was when Adversaries came out and we got Umbridge
Oh,
because oh my
Ah.
god, just blocked everything I threw at her.
Dodge all over the
Dodge.
place.
Took me
Yeah.
like I depleted all
Put a
my
potent-
energy.
Put a wit, do the
matter.
extra. Nope.
Didn't matter.
But when she finally got shoved down, I'm like, oh, I feel so good.
You
Yeah.
I love
accomplished something. You earned it.
Ooh, Leprechaun in the
Bellatrix was
chat.
by far the best adversary.
Yeah.
Bellatrix. Like
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
nailed her and her
Yeah.
animation and everything. It was so good.
Yes. Yeah.
So good.
Oh yeah, the
And
mocap
in that
is
vein,
crazy.
I think my least favorite was Ron Weasley because his
Oh my God.
avatar kind of looks a little scuffed. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, Rupert Grint's so dirty. Oh no.
Yeah.
And I know
Ron
that
didn't
not
get any
everybody's gonna
sleep the night before.
translate-
Poor Rupert.
Yeah, I know that
Poor
everybody's,
Ron.
not everybody's going to translate to like an animated avatar very well.
Yeah.
But I was
Yeah.
still like, oh no.
Yeah.
They could have
Oh.
touched it up a little bit.
Exactly.
You know? My favorite is Pickett, of course.
Pickett hype.
I loved seeing Pickett just because it was so rare and so tiny. And I was
It
just like, I
was
just
rare.
want you to be my friend. Can I take you with me? I don't want to return you. I want to take you with me.
Yeah.
Oh.
I wish.
And then my least favorite is every time I would cast. So back to what James said. Every time I cast a Masterful, being a level 60, and
Oh my
it's
gosh.
resisting, and
Didn't
I
matter.
want to throw my phone across the room.
Oh my
Didn't
god.
matter.
So
Yeah.
annoying.
See, who's left?
Tonight, where
go
performance
back.
enhancing drugs is always much better than skill.
Oh, man.
How about
What about you,
Mark?
Mark?
Yeah, Mark.
What
What's
about
your
you,
Mark?
favorite?
Well, my least favorite was the grape horn, the grap horn, because it's just made that.
Oh yeah, you
The
did have a
noise.
vendetta against that.
That's right. You did. You
To this day,
did.
it's still my least favorite.
That's funny.
But my favorite was always Snape.
Oh, in the potion
Mm.
bottle?
Yeah.
I don't,
Well, I
yeah.
just love putting his AR in a really inappropriate situation. Snape enjoying the beach.
Oh, man.
On a night out down the pub.
Oh, that's
Yes.
perfect.
I'm trying to think. Somebody had, I think it was John, Psycho CPA had did a photo of one of the magic zoology creatures on the toilet. I think it was
Oh
an
my
AR.
God.
Oh, it was hilarious. I gotta find that photo. But yeah.
Oh, man.
Speaking of inappropriate photos, yeah. that was-
Yeah.
The Niffler is always my favorite to shoot because he's always sitting down, so you can put him anywhere.
Yeah.
Like literally
Yeah.
anywhere.
Must be a follow the Niffler.
Demi guys on the potty.
Yeah, yes, that's what
Yeah,
it
that was amazing.
Let me see
I
who's
loved
left.
when Gita did the video with the moon calf where she was splashing the
Yes.
water.
That was really
one of
cool.
the
Oh,
most
yeah, I forgot about
like,
that.
oh my god, that was adorable.
Yeah.
She
Mhm.
sent me the
Yeah.
process and like what it took to get all of those, and it took her so freaking long, but she was just like, I'm gonna do this. And I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah.
I'm committed.
Yeah.
she went in so much work. She was kind of in past the point of no return. She's like, I gotta do this, otherwise it's all for naught.
my
That's
gosh.
awesome.
Oh man. But moving on to like more content related things. All of us have made some kind of video for this game in some form. So let's go around and say, what are some of your favorite videos you've made in the past? We'll start with Shanna.
I think for me, other than New York, which like I loved making videos with you guys in New York. That was just, it was amazing. It was very
so
special.
nice seeing all of
Yeah.
I think probably the community day that I had in Japan, that was the first real community day with a lot of other people playing Wizards Unite. And we spent a little bit of time riding a bus around town so we could get distance on our port keys and just like meeting up back at the inns and the fortresses and playing together. Like that was one of the most fun videos that I had, going out, playing the game, and then being able to share it with everybody at the same time. Like that was, I mean, the community has been my favorite part of the game since the beginning. So that was my favorite video as well.
How about Brita? We'll start with Brita.
So probably some of my favorite videos is definitely anytime I got to be creative and like do a skit. And so, but probably the two most out of all of those skits, this is gonna be hard. I don't know if you guys remember. What?
Can I guess?
Sure, Lee, you can guess.
Was it maybe Dark Witch and the pool stream?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
So Dark Witch was definitely one of my favorite skits, and that was definitely the hardest one. That was my first time cloning myself. And so it was an entire day of filming and none of it lined up. So then Dan helped me set up the cameras for his entire second day of filming. And then it was an entire day of editing. Also, our next door neighbor saw me filming, and then like, and then so that was in 2020, I think. Well, we had our next door neighbors over for dinner like 6 months ago, and eventually he just turned to me near the end of dinner. He was like, I don't mean to be rude, but what exactly is it that you do?
I don't mean to be rude.
I wasn't sure if he was like trying to ask like, do you have a job? Because I don't really have a job, or like, you know, and then he followed up. He's like, because last year I saw you running around in a cape with a wand.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
So,
Oh,
so
gosh.
Dan and I and our other neighbors who know that I do videos, we probably laughed for 2 minutes straight, unable to answer him. So that was really fun. But I'd say that my two absolute favorites are when the Wizards Unite like official trailer came out, I edited it to be Wizards and Witches Unite. And I got film clips from everyone at that point who had a video of them looking magical. So I had like Sue running through the woods, and I had Britt with her big glasses going like this, you know, and Gita with her like wand dancing out in the field, Zoe fighting someone in the snow. So I really, really love that. And it was so hard to like get all those clips because I didn't tell anyone I was doing that. So I was just like stealing the clips from their videos. So that was really fun. And then the other one, when I did actually have people send me pictures and videos, was for my night bus skit, where I had the night bus go to Hogwarts. And then I included videos and clips of everyone from Hogwarts. So that was really fun because I've always loved being able to collaborate with people, and especially when you can be creative and kind of make it a little bit more magical with other people's work. Those are two of my favorite videos that I did that had, because they featured all of you guys. So.
Let's see. How about Mike and Britt? What are some favorite video memories you guys have? Favorite video.
I'll answer first because
I'll let you answer too.
I know what Britt's gonna say.
Do you?
Yeah. But for me, do you guys remember the it was like the Niffler did it or Follow the Niffler or something where we all collaborated these skits?
Yeah.
That was funny.
That was so
That was
probably
the best. Yeah.
that was
I remember
that was super
yours,
fun.
Mike. I remember your part in that one.
It was like, I think it was around Valentine's
It was a
Day or
Valentine's
something.
Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Britt was pregnant, so you like poured her a glass of wine, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, no, can't do that."
I forgot about that.
Oh
my
Okay.
gosh.
Good times, man.
How do y'all remember this stuff? Like, I don't even remember that. That's so crazy.
That's because we all watched it when we heard the game was ending. We're like, oh
Yeah.
no, the game's ending.
Yeah.
Let's go back to
Gosh.
this.
Watching all
We
of
went
our
back.
old videos.
Yeah.
The two that stand out the most to me are one, our hashtag more than a game video that we did leaving WUfest. Not only because it was cool and sentimental, I did watch that one back, but also because like freaking John Hankey like shared our video. I was like,
Right?
the king has shared our video. Like, this is crazy. That's insane. The other one that was like my personal favorite was when they screwed up the pre-release in New Zealand or something. I
Zealand or
can't
Australia or
remember
something.
what happened, but it was the like
Oh.
WB Hold My Beer video.
Yes.
Yeah.
You went off.
I
Oh my
remember
God.
that distinctly.
And then Mike went to
I went to
the
LA.
LA event, and we
Yes.
found out that they had actually seen
They
it, and I was
knew
like,
about it. Yeah. And,
I
and
was
they-
mortified. I was like, I'm so sorry.
What was great is I can't remember who I was talking to, but it was somebody from Niantic, and they were just laughing it off. They're like, it was great. We loved it. And I was
Yeah.
like, are you?
I was glad that
man.
they had a good sense of humor.
Yeah,
about
it was
it.
great.
I like, I wasn't a total asshole in it. I was just joking around. I was glad that they got it, and I saw him at WUfest, and he was like, "No, it's okay, it's okay." I was like, I was really scared to meet you. I thought you guys were pissed. And he was like, No, it's funny. It was hilarious. We watched our meeting. It was funny. I was like, oh my God. But yeah, that was a fun one.
Oh my
So
god.
that's the reason why they screwed up every single event and upgrade ever since.
Because of Britain.
Because of that.
Repeat the joke.
Oh my God, what's Britt gonna
Exactly.
think?
Let's see,
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was.
how about Lynette? Lynette, what are some of your favorite videos in the past?
Oh my gosh.
Gosh. Yeah.
I feel like I have different like subgenres of videos that I've made, and it's transformed over time. So I did a lot of the vloggy stuff at the start. I did some of the guide videos. I did some of the weird, like from my mind. I think one of my favorite of the weird conspiracy videos was that Wizards Unite is a critique on surveillance society, and I went like full
That was a good one.
like ridiculous.
was
I don't
so
even
good.
know. And people, I remember some comments of people being like, "How does your brain work?" And I'm like, I don't know. Why are you watching this? I'm not sure. But my favorites, I think, have been, unsurprisingly, the Constance thing spiraled out of control. So like it started as a joke, kind of like, oh, let me answer. I don't even know if it was like answer. Oh no, it was your theories about Constance Pickering or something like that. And I was like slowly transforming into her. So I had this idea one day that I would do that. I was like, oh, I could probably come up with a Constance Pickering Halloween costume, but wouldn't it be funny if I just like one article at a time, like turned into her by the end of the video? And then I was nervous because I was like, well, I don't want to like mess with canon of this game. Like, I don't want to like, and then eventually I gave up on that. I was like, no, she lives in my house now. She texts me. It's fine. Like, so I can't pick from the category. I think my favorite though, one of my favorites from that was, even though now I have better skills and I could probably do the lighting and other things better, was when I did my like annual review with her, where she like called me into her office and she was basically telling me all of the sus things that I had done in my Discord server. And I think that one was hilarious because I had to, that was probably one of the first videos where I did multiple shots, and I felt like I was doing the whole production where I was like, okay, I picked up the thing like this, so I'm going to have to do it in all of the shots. So I took so much time mapping it out and being like, I'm gonna do this. So that's probably my favorite video, but I have a lot of favorites. I don't know, like y'all make content as well. I'm sure that there's multiple that you can't choose from just because there's like the memories involved as well.
Exactly.
So like watching the old videos, I get very like choked up in my own self where I'm just like, because it transports me to a different time. And so I think that's what's so special about having the whole catalog of content.
Exactly.
And to see
Lynette,
that.
chat was blowing up about all of the Connie stuff.
Oh my God, I see it now.
They all loved Connie and hashtag performance review.
Yep.
Let's see. Let's get one from James. We have a large catalog there, but let's see if we can pick a few from there.
It was funny. I was just going through some of the old videos, and I have one for like each year, 2018, 19, 20, 21, and like all of them are over 100 gigs. But I think I'm with Lynette. It depends on like the category, because I enjoy doing the vlogs. Vlogs was my first step into like getting into my cinematic bag, which a lot of people don't realize. Like my background is graphic design. I started videography with the channel. So all the stuff I picked up on was when I was making content that year where we didn't have anything. So, but the vlogs was always cool because you saw him 6'7" with his transitions, flipping the camera up, and it would appear at another scene and stuff, or like Nick, with the slow motion stuff. So I wanted to try that and like show off my area. Norfolk is not a big city. I mean, it's known for naval, but it's not that big. So I always enjoyed going out and doing vlogs and playing the game, because a lot of people always said like, yo, I couldn't really go out, or I didn't really see a lot of people to play with. So this was them experiencing that when I made those type of videos for me personally. So I enjoyed vlogs, but by far when we do anything creative, which is when we get into our cinematography, in my cinematography bag, our first like Wizards Unite trailer video, that took forever. And then of course, when the adversaries were announced, those ones, because I also got to do a little bit of storytelling and play with some LUTs and sound design. And those videos personally were very personal, because I've always loved Grimm's and Penelope's story, because anybody who has a loved one, you would do whatever it takes to get them back. And I really didn't care as much as Lynette about like who was behind everything. I just wanted to bring them back, because I mean, I know how that feels. And so to flip it, to have Sue be Grimm essentially and me be Penelope was a cool idea, and it worked both ways, because now I don't have to be in the video. I have to worry about Sue filming, and I can get into my filming and play
James,
around
those
with
videos.
Stuff I have
Those
so.
videos were fire, man. I mean, I was so proud of what you produced on those, man. They were so awesome.
I still cry watching a couple of those, because that was my little story of like, if the roles were reversed, that's Sue and I, what would Sue do? What would I do if I lost someone? So it was cool that it came out the way it did, and it was so well received. So but yeah, those by far, like hands down, those are my favorites.
Absolutely. And how about Mark Zielman? What are some favorites of yours, sir?
Yeah, so I think one of my first favorites was doing the follow the Niffler thing.
Yeah.
Because I was lucky enough to get to do the finishing off one.
Mm.
And that's when I ended up going to the arcade.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Mark. Yes.
Yes.
With
Mark
zero
Gilman, our man on the
permission
street.
to film.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
And I went in there, we snuck around the corner trying to film this thing. They threw us out eventually.
Oh.
I was like, it's fine. I got the footage I need. See ya.
That's hilarious.
Mark, you
That's
should have been
so
like, "Do you know who I am?"
Exactly.
Mark Zielman. Maybe you've heard of me.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Kind of a big deal.
but that was kind of fun. I got a few actually. And then I did the Warner Brothers Studio tour video,
Oh,
Mm.
so
which
jealous.
I think is probably one of the longest videos I've done. But then I got to put like the Hagrid AR outside the real Harry Potter's old house and everything, the blown up
Mhm.
window and everything. I got the placement outside the
Yes.
real one they used for filming, and I think I had Mad Eye Moody outside the night bus that was filmed, and I had Snape on the bridge. And it's like it's quite fun to be here, where like the actual like Daniel Radcliffe was, and then
Yeah.
you've got Snape.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The actual Alan Rickman actually was,
Yeah.
Oh,
Is that where
So,
they
like-
shot the reunion? It was over there, right? Or was
Yeah,
that?
that's
Yeah.
it.
W
I was
store,
I spent
yeah.
the entire like thinking, I've been there. That's
crazy.
And it's like-
That's crazy.
And then I had the doors, and I had to open the doors, and I proposed to my wife right there.
Oh.
I love
Yeah, big feels of that one. But I think one of the most favorite videos, other than Follow the Niffler, was when I actually, let's say, finding that filming location
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then coming around, just walking around that corner for the first time with the camera, because I filmed myself for the first time I actually saw it. And this is like, it was like the framed perfect shot of what was actually in the trailer.
Yeah,
It's just like,
yeah.
oh my God, I actually found them.
Gracious.
But-
You got
Oh,
the
yeah.
director to like retweet your video, I think, too, of that
Oh
one.
yeah.
I'm still in touch with them every now and again.
Yeah.
Oh my
that's
gosh.
So cool, Mark.
We got friends in high places.
he's Mark Zielman. Maybe you've heard of him.
Yeah, maybe you've heard of him. Kind of a big deal.
Kind of a big deal. Yes.
Get it.
Don't treat him any differently. He puts
And
his
don't
pants
treat us
on the
any
same way you do.
Yeah.
Backward.
Only my pants are made out of solid gold.
Oh my god.
Oh,
And
gracious.
then basically any video where I'm outside vlogging, it's hammering with rain and I fall down a ditch in one of them.
Oh, my Orlando.
No.
I think that one actually made me snort coffee out my nose. I actually like music from that one.
It's just outreach, just need to go.
Oh my gosh.
I'm wearing a tie mic. You hear
It
this like
happens.
thump.
It does happen.
Yeah, it does.
At least
I'll
it
leave that
wasn't
in.
at Woo Fest in front of all of the WUtuber friends that you just found in
Oh,
real
yeah.
life.
If you listen,
Great
cl-
shit
The
at Woo
moment
Fest.
where
yeah,
I
I'll
was
say
like,
if you listen close enough in the vlog, you hear Matt
Fodder.
animating. It was a who was it Fodder?
It was fodder.
Someone
I think it
said-
was both of them, but it was.
someone
I
said,
think
"Oh,
you can hear fodder."
Oh, WUtuber
Man
down.
down, man down.
I remember that.
I'm fine. And pop back up like I'm fine.
So I actually tripped and fell and skinned my knee right by the Niantic area. And so they made me like sign a release that basically said I wouldn't sue them.
Oh
And
my gosh.
I was like, I'm really just more embarrassed than anything else. All I need is some water to clean the scrape and a band-aid, but it took so freaking long to get me a band-aid. And of course they were really worried I was gonna sue. And I'm like, I just tripped over my own feet. Like this is-
No. I would have been like, can I have a copy of it for like sentimental purposes or maybe a giveaway on the stream?
All right.
Oh, there were so many things there that like we were talking about going back at night and like stealing like the
I was gonna get a snitch.
like
Props and
detectors and,
stuff. Yes.
everything,
I
and
was
like
gonna
we're
go get a
like
snitch,
like
listen.
yeah, I was gonna grab the harp. I saw that. I'm like, we can load this on the truck easily. We can, like, so many cool
They'll
things.
never know. How could they know?
They'll never
I mean,
notice.
I'm still friends with
They'll
Jack
know.
Patillo on Twitter, and he works with Warner Brothers Interactive. I could slip into them DMs.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, so true
Get us some
story.
parting
I need to
gifts.
hook up.
I DM'd Alan Johnson 2 months ago, and I asked him if any of those props were still available, and I offered to buy them. So he said he was pretty sure they weren't still available, but he's looking into it.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Come on, Alan.
Yeah.
Ellen.
Get on
Yeah.
it,
Come
buddy.
He's
through.
like,
Come through.
I feel like the hearth would look really great in our backyard. And of course, I didn't tell Dan this because I'm like, I'm willing to spend a lot of money on that.
Yeah.
If they're not
Oh,
available, where
right?
did they go?
That would.
No.
Yo.
The employees
Took them
probably
at the
took
end.
them.
Yeah.
Rita, I sent
Yeah,
the same
okay.
email twice because
They're
John,
like,
who
these
is in the
damn
chat,
WUtubers.
John in the chat was like, James, I need you to hook me up. I want some of the stuff. So I was like, all right, I'll send it. And I was like, oh,
Oh,
yeah, if you're
man.
doing that, can you hook a boy up? I said, price no matter. So I sent a bunch of emails to various people just to see. I mean, the game's ending, like, you know, you
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
need
yeah.
it, you know.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, so fingers crossed. Fingers
Someone
crossed.
sitting there with a
So you're still
6 foot.
waiting on a response too. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
where
They
did
might
it
not
go?
be able
It's got
to.
to exist in a
What are you
warehouse
gonna do
somewhere.
with a giant
Right.
inflatable nipple?
They
What if it
might
just
not
doesn't
be
get
able
rid of
to for
stuff?
copyright reasons though, because I know like when I worked at Victoria's Secret and when I worked at the movie theater, there were things that got sent to us that we weren't allowed to keep or sell or get rid of
Hmm.
because of copyright reasons associated with those items.
Okay,
So-
okay.
makes sense.
So what I'm hearing here, guys, is like we can't do this the right way. So the Slytherins
Yeah.
are going
no.
to come.
Yeah.
and
Slytherins,
we can
you
make a
got it.
plan.
Yeah.
So
Covering my ears.
warehouse.
On the slide,
I'm not
distribute
listening.
it to us non, like us rule followers. You could just like
Yeah.
give us,
We got you, boo.
slip it.
Don't worry, we'll
Brent,
let
I
you
got this,
guys
don't
drive
worry.
like the
Yeah.
getaway car. Shanna and I will
Deniability.
work on actually infiltrating the warehouse. We will locate the goods and have
gosh.
them removed.
Will it
Oh.
I'm
involve
so excited
polyjuice
for this.
potion?
Expecto
Y'all
Go
turn
does
this-
not
I'm-
Obviously.
Expecto
down
does
for
not
the heist.
support this
Possibly
at
a
all.
time turner.
Expecto Go is
Disclaimer
all
out.
law
Plausible
abiding.
To have the class.
I'm gonna use a
I'll
time
turn this
turner. Yeah.
Into a D&D session where Mike DMs the whole thing,
Yeah,
where he
sorry,
like
I need-
narrates
It's-
it.
But
All right.
Mike says,
in.
I'll allow it.
I'll
I'll
allow
allow it.
Shanna, I
Kurt
need you
is
to
gonna
roll
use
a
a-
deception check, please.
Time turner, go back in time, steal the
Oh
nip
my-
right off the street,
Just
like
don't
right
make me
off
roll
the,
sleight of hand.
the lawn.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
my
just- you just know
land.
John Hankey's got a 10-foot emergency clock stuck in his hallway.
Right?
Clock.
Saying
Where's the
Beth
clock?
dressed up in her Hufflepuff gear is very distracting. I don't know.
Oh my!
We'll send our OnlyFans stars out there.
Oh,
Mario,
Sounds
James,
like a
and Maya
plan.
in their Manny fanny packs, and that will
Only.
distract them for certain.
Oh, they'll give us anything when they see us.
Yes.
Oh,
They're like, please, we'll give you anything. Just put the fanny pack back on, sir.
Sir,
I'm gonna need you to put some pants on.
sir. This is a Chili's, sir.
Feel weird that I had asked you twice.
He's like,
Okay.
give me the niffler or nobody gets hurt. Come on.
We could end up in jail. So just the ones who are the rule followers, just be sure to
Yeah,
bail
please.
us out. That's all we're asking.
Fill out the Manny
Okay,
Fannies.
We'll set up a GoFundMe for the community to support
Right.
your bail.
Yes.
Oh my
Link
God.
incoming. Please just donate to that so that we can get out
Yes.
of jail.
Oh my God.
It'll probably be
Either
under
Hogwarts
something really
Station.
ambiguous so that nobody
Oh my
knows what we're
goodness.
raising money for. It's
Oh
yeah. I
my
don't think you can raise money for bail. I'm pretty sure that's illegal. I'm not a lawyer.
Isn't that what GoFundMe is?
Yes. Yes.
Oh dear.
Oh my gosh.
It's
Oh.
it's a Harry Potter community party fund, and it's
Of
Mm.
course.
Harry Potter
Obviously.
fans to get together and have a
Yes.
party. Like that's
And
what
we
the
can't
GoFundMe is.
Hello,
party
NSA, we are
How would they
joking.
know?
I know.
Satire.
Someone say something. Disclaimer.
How would they know?
This is how would they know? This is
Clarification.
satire. This is for allegedly for entertainment purposes.
This is-
Allegedly.
Yes. Everything said
Allegedly.
here is just for
Throw
entertainment
allegedly at
purposes
everything,
only.
please, dear God.
We are actually enacting a really fun D&D campaign.
Yes.
All of this is within.
This is all part of a
It's
planned
a-
session.
This is
Yep.
all
All
part of
part of a plan
D&D.
set.
This is going to be,
For the
Mike,
release
we have
date.
just written the one shot for you. So
That's
all
right.
you need to do
That's
is run
it.
it.
Oh.
Infiltrate Niantic and W.
Invite me.
The great
campaign.
WUtuber heist.
I'm in.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
One shot YouTuber heist.
I'll allow it.
I'll allow it.
Nice.
And
I
I
have,
bust out those monk skills.
But man, speaking of props and whatnot, one of my favorite memories for sure was this past year went to New York to check out the Harry Potter store.
Mhm.
Our beloved, I think I actually named it Expecto Go Fest. James didn't want it to be that, but he's finally accepted it's Expecto Go Fest. Finally.
Just let it happen. Let it happen.
So much fun. We got some great. We had we did the
Oh, wow.
VR experience together. We did
Man.
It's
shopping.
incredible.
So much
Yeah.
fun. So James, let's talk a little bit about that down memory lane. How was that for you?
So the reason I did not want to call it Expecto Go Fest was because the
Because
community.
you're a Hufflepuff. That's
Well,
why.
No, because Psycho's in the chat. He goes, because Psycho Fest was shot down.
No, competing competition.
CPA Fest.
But no, honestly, like, I mean, everybody came in because we found out we weren't having another Wizards Unite Fan Festival. And I was just like, all right, since they're not going to organize, I'm just going to organize something. And John came up with the idea, well, the New York store is opening this summer, you know, why don't we try to, you know, go out there? So I was like, you know what? It's last minute. I think we started planning like 3 months out. And I was just like, you know, I understand people can't go, whatnot, and stuff like that. Still, the pandemic was a thing. It was dying down, but still a thing. But I was like, let's get it going. So like you had Cindy who was like reserving stuff at the Cauldron, John putting stuff together with the hotel. Like, I mean, you had Kat, you had everybody just bringing stuff, Jen, Stacy, Tim, just like bringing stuff, Lee helping out with the organizers and the lanyards. Like it was a community effort because we just wanted to hang out. And so the fact that everyone called it Expecto Go Fest, I just called it Community Fest with Wizards Unite because like it was just a good time. And after everything that happened in 2020, we just needed to see each other. Like Lee said, we all got tighter because of 2020 and not being able to go out. So we had to look inward into this community via Night Bus and Discords and social platforms. And so the moment we got the opportunity to see each other in person, it happened. And I couldn't have been in a better spot because you had the New York store, you had the Lyric Theater, which is where they were doing the Cursed Child. You had these amazing parks and stuff. And I mean, amazing background. It was hot, but it was
Oh my God,
the
we
best.
melted.
Yes, but the best parts
We
to
were all
me
sticky.
was just sitting in the hotel lobby and just eating, fellowshipping. I mean,
Yes.
playing games.
fun.
Playing
and-
werewolf with Jenna.
yeah.
Oh, I loved that.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So a lot of first for me, because I mean, then I hosted, I mean, I'm used to hosting events with my local group, but then I was like, all right, these cats know what they're doing. They know how to play Harry Potter Wizards Unite. I was like, let's do an AR contest. So like a lot of people said they hadn't really like tried AR. So I was going through tutorials. So we took AR photos. They had to do it at like 4 or 5 different spots of certain foundables and stuff. And the most creative one. And fortunate enough, WB sent over some SOS stickers that I still got to get out to the winning group and everything. And then going to the Cauldron and having the drinks and stuff that Cindy set up over there. I went twice. I went Saturday night and Sunday night just so I could hang with Cindy and everybody else because like, I just wanted to try to spend as much time as I could. I mean, I'm going to be broke after this, but I mean, the memories I think were more important than that. And then ending it with just chilling in the hotel and saying goodbye
Tears.
to everybody. Yeah.
Lots of tears.
It,
So many.
it was needed.
I
and
cried all day.
I posted a tweet about
7
it
a.m.
yesterday because I was just like, I didn't think this would be gosh, you got me emotional. I didn't think this would
Uh-oh.
be the last time
Yeah.
I'd be able to play Wizards Unite
Yeah.
with this community in real life. And
Mhm.
so the fact that we just made it happen, especially looking back now with the game ending, we're very fortunate and so glad we took the chance to put it together. And shout out to everybody who helped plan and everything. It was a good time. It was a good time.
Now, with James's thought on that, we do all want to together announce the newest game. Lynette, don't act surprised. You know, we've all
What?
been discussing this
What's happening?
together.
Yeah.
we are as a group announcing today a brand new game. It's called Wizards Unite LARPing. So now we will all be meeting together to reenact the game.
I will be playing the part of the nibbler.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Yes, we did discuss this.
It's going to be fantastic. Everybody who's anybody is obviously going to be there, completely dressed up.
100%. Yeah.
We will have
Lynette will be there as Constance, obviously.
Exactly.
Her role as Draco. And
Yep.
it'll be great.
It's already
I will
signed.
say-
It's already signed and agreed.
Mike is going to be
I will
Tony.
be Dark Witch.
Oh my
of course.
god, yes. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
Oh my
Zoe will be there as Rita.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
I don't have.
I
Oh, I
did
said-
not
We're gonna
pack
haul
away
you
her
over.
costume. I still have her
Yeah.
costume. Like, my closet. It was like maybe
Yes.
one day.
Gosh,
Oh,
Maybe.
there you
Might
go.
do it again.
I love that video of yours.
Yes,
It was just
yes.
so funny.
Yes. I forgot. Sorry.
That
will
was
say-
that was such a bizarre day because I was like, I'm gonna do a drama alert
Yeah.
parody, and then Keemstar of drama
Yes,
like actually
yes,
saw it and reacted to
yes,
me on Twitter, and I was like,
Yes.
does this mean that I'm like
Yes.
actually like, am I relevant? What? And the weirdest thing was that my cousin who lives like an hour away saw it and brought it up at Christmas that year. She was like, so like, what was that whole thing with Keemstar that I saw go down? I'm like, oh, okay. That was weird.
Oh man.
But
But
I will say
to
my one regret about Expecto Go Fest or Community Fan Fest or whatever we want to call it is that more of our friends couldn't make it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
really do
Yes.
wish that we had gotten to like Woo Fest was like ideal if only
Yep.
we'd had Mark and Shanna there as well,
Yeah.
because so many of us came together at the same time in the same place,
Yeah.
and I don't feel like that. I mean, it'll probably happen at some point again if we make
Oh,
an
yeah.
effort to do it.
Yeah.
But it's
But it's
happening
gonna be
at
harder.
LARPfest, Lee.
LARPfest.
Remember, we just talked about this.
I know.
Just made the announcement.
And
Yeah.
speaking of
Where have you
LARPfest,
been?
like people are actually like, I would sign up for that. You know, like I would watch that. Like if you guys don't know about our
Dude.
D&D campaign, stay tuned
Yes.
because we got some real crazy characters in that shit. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
you can see Expecto Go James and Brita
And-
are both in that acting crazy. Acting
and,
crazy
and
Sue's there
occasionally
too.
Zoe.
Yeah, Zoe.
And Mario
Zoe
was a
keeping
Southern
us all on
Belle.
track, ironically.
Yes.
oh,
No,
man.
but look, chat was like, I want to see this LARPing thing happen on like YouTube or Twitch. Well, we attempt to get together once a year. So now we just know 100% when we get
That's
together next,
That's the
we're
plan.
absolutely doing it. It's
Yeah.
going to be difficult getting some of that stuff through TSA.
Yeah.
But we'll make it happen. You know, if the heist can happen, then
I've
this
got
can
a
happen
van
too.
now. I'll just pick everybody's stuff up. You guys
Yes.
can
There you go.
Oh,
Exactly.
yeah.
and we'll be good to go.
It'll be like the Muppets when they do like the Muppets. What was it? One of the Muppet movies where they just drive and they pick up all the Muppets on the way and they're all
Yeah.
going into the car. Like
It'll be
Uh,
perfect.
Yes.
I'm trying to hit all of them up right now for Orlando so that we can go into the park together.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and
I'm
then
down.
like
I'm down.
they're fine.
so
People
Come on
they
down
don't even
January next
question
year.
the weirdos
Oh,
in
yeah.
the park, you know, in
Yeah.
their robes. That they'll
Yeah.
just be like, don't mind them. They're just they're,
Especially if we could do one of the, what is it called, Orlando Insiders, and they have like
Yeah.
after
The
access
after hours.
parking, so that we have
Mm.
fewer people.
Mm-hmm.
I would be willing,
Yeah.
if it was with you guys, I would be willing to pay for that.
Yeah,
It
that would
it
be-
costs-
that would be
it costs a
awesome.
lot
and
of
or
money,
just
but-
come on down a year from today.
We're starting to fund to
Hey,
fly
come
Mark
Come
out
on
here.
down.
You gotta get Mark out here.
January
Yeah, Mark.
29th, 2023 has already been marked off on my calendar. So,
Oh, good.
You know,
Good.
Before I know Mario has to wrap up, but I want to say and I don't want to say names because I'll definitely miss people, but there have been some people in the community that have modded for so many of us. You
Oh my
guys do
God,
yes.
more work than we do that have helped us organize in-person
Yes.
events. They have helped us organize online events. You guys have been in everybody's chat every time that we felt like down and we're like, oh my God, like, why are we even doing this anymore? You guys were the ones who were like, hyping us up. I said I wouldn't say names, but Sensei Steffe taught me literally how to fight in the stupid game. But you guys have seriously, like, we love all of our WUtuber friends and we love our content creator friends, but you guys have been seriously just as important and just as much a part of our family for us. And like so many times, and like we don't cover the content anymore. We've pivoted over to Friggin Nerds, but so many of the community came to support us here too, even though it wasn't Wizards Unite. You guys have just been like such a highlight for now years for us. And like, I think all of us so much appreciate the support that you guys have given us and the friendship too.
Yeah, the mods in the community who consistently show up regardless of whether it's making Wizards content or playing horror games or whatever we're getting into, like it's been amazing, and I know that all of us are so grateful for all of you.
The mods and even the viewers that are not necessarily mods, but that
Exactly.
show up.
Regular.
We have two people in chat and they show up and they keep the chat moving. We love you guys and we appreciate the heck out of you.
Well, and all of the people who have inadvertently become mods, possibly without us actually asking them first.
Oh, I just mod. Just here, you're a mod.
I'm just like, for YouTube, I was like, all right, if you come to at least 3 of my live streams, you are getting the little moderator.
Congratulations.
Get the little sword.
Get the sword.
Congratulations.
Or as
you get a wand. You get a wand.
Claw calls it the mod hammer, like the band hammer and the mod hammer.
Yep.
The first time that we modded him on Mario's channel, we did it without asking him, and he was like, I have to work now. What the heck?
He's always like, I don't want to be a mod. And I'm like, well, you're in every stream. Like, congratulations. You have to.
You have to.
You're in the dumpster already.
It's
happening.
I think that goes to show just the strength of this game and what it did for the community. I mean, Britt, you were talking about it earlier. You found friends when we didn't even have any content, and we came together. And then through that, like, we started finding other people in the community, introducing them to Discord because of our platforms, whether it's on YouTube and stuff. And it's just started growing, and how tight knit everyone is. I mean, like, you get people messaging you like, hey, how was your day and stuff, like, just out of nowhere, just because everyone cares. And being a part of so many communities, I can say, I don't know if anybody else can say, but this was a rarity to experience for sure, at least from my perspective. So I think it just goes to show how awesome and clutch this community is, and how fortunate we all were to come together at a time where a lot of us were starting. A lot of us didn't know what we were doing. And you had a lot of people just coming in and picking us up and supporting us and giving us the belief that we can be content creators and have fun and be ourselves when doing this type of content. And so, mad props to just everybody who has looked at a video, who has liked a video, who has helped someone get on a night bus, who has just reached out just because
who has donated to a community fundraiser.
We've had so many of those.
We've had so many of those.
Because this is rare. This is rare. And if one thing we can take out of this is all of us are fortunate to have each other. Every single person who's involved in this community. So, I'm hyped and encouraged and love you guys for sure.
Absolutely.
Doesn't mean that our relationships are ending. So.
It's just one of those things where I find that if you look at the Play Store, you get like 3 stars out of 5 for Wizards Unite. But you get 5 out of 5 for the community, I think, and everyone who played it.
100%.
1,000%. James, can we get another, just like a content just for content?
While we're all gathered.
Oh my gosh, we got. This is your boy James over at Expect to Go, bringing you guys the latest and greatest and WUtubers content.
Let's go.
Yes, I love it.
Oh Oh,
Now you
man.
did pirouette, James.
Yeah, make a James
Jolly
Service.
Yeah.
All things.
I will say though, to kind of piggyback on that, and to kind of go back to New York, where it was like, yeah, Woo Fest was like friends getting together and playing a game that we all love. And when New York happened, it felt more like family. Where it was like everyone was like helping each other out. Getting bills at restaurants, getting rides together to go to certain spots in the city. Just being there for each other was great. And in the community online too. Like you said, fundraiser. We just raised $1,700 for Cindy just to go to university.
2,000 now.
Oh yeah, up to 2,000
Whoa,
now.
Going up.
That's awesome, guys.
We did stuff like that for to help out a lot of people in the
Multiple
community.
people. Yeah.
Videos
Like,
that we put together of us just like wishing each other happy birthday.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
We don't see that everywhere else. Like there's a
Yeah.
lot of
This family
communities
was
out there.
expensive, says Psycho John. He's probably dropped more money than any of us on
That's
There's-
right.
every upgrade I've gotten in anything has been for a birthday present. So shout out to Dan, who has supported a very expensive hobby.
Yes.
And then I don't even ask him before I donate to all the community things. I'm like, oh, by the way, babe, I just dropped X amount of money on this.
Awful husbands. Let's go.
Absolutely.
Double husband, 100%.
Better to go to you guys than puzzles and spells.
Okay, I've only spent like
Shade, the shade.
$20 in puzzles and spells. So you don't want to know how much money I've spent on Hogwarts Mystery.
Even like when we got together, Brita, Rowan, and I in Atlanta, like he was so helpful. Just like,
Yeah.
are you guys good? Do you need anything? Here's a Red Bull. I was like, I'm so
Oh my gosh.
He is the best helpful husband.
Best.
And of course we were all there early. Like we got there, like I think all of us got there Thursday night. And so it didn't really start until Friday afternoon. And Dan was not actually signed up on the Conjuration volunteer list, but he ended up like volunteering and helping different people at Conjuration set things up. So
yeah, he was amazing.
Let's go, Dan.
if anyone
That's
wants to
cool.
go to a really awesome but like small Comic Con in Atlanta, Conjuration is every November. It's really fun. It's they bill themselves as we're more than a Harry Potter convention, so it's perfect for all of us.
Oh man, but yeah, like again, saying it's an amazing family, and really watching everybody I'm seeing in front of my screen right now, and you guys in the chat. Like I've watched so many people grow these
Yes.
last few years. Like I kind of was adopted with this community because my fiance started a channel. She wanted help with it, so I helped her out. I got involved with the channel.
He's
and
my
I-
extrovert.
as my
Yeah.
and so I met all of you, and seeing you guys start out, like I said, I watched like the early Expecto Go videos, I see the Cooper videos, I see the Lynette videos, everybody, and watching you
Pretty
guys.
sure you had a man crush on James. It's fine.
James the man,
Yeah.
of
No
course.
judgment.
Yo,
We're always
Everyone
right
knew.
here.
We have a crush on each other. Like,
Yeah, that shouldn't be
both.
be past tense. That's
It's
current.
both.
I will go
thing,
with
yeah.
You know what?
Phase. Let's clear that up right now.
Who else am I talk
Adorable
about
film.
Batman with?
Yes.
I can't talk to anyone else about Batman. But it's just so much has happened these last few years. Yes, this game is ending, but the community will be there forever. No matter what you guys do, you guys can cover other Harry Potter games, other games. The community's going to be there with you, and like I'm just so proud of you guys, man. Like you guys stuck it out. The few people who still covered the game towards the end and just stayed till the end, and we've grown new things. Friggin Nerds does not happen without this game. Everything else you guys do does not happen. It's a mobile game, a simple mobile game that made this community so gigantic and made us all grow so much and like become what we are today, and that is the WUtuber community. The WUtube word means so much more than just the damn game. It means community. We all love Harry Potter, but we love other things. Like this community you will never find this anywhere else. There's no toxic stuff. There's no hating on each other. It's just love, unconditional love. And
Almost.
I'm proud of you guys. So thank you guys. WUtubers, guys.
I know.
WUtubers.
Lynette, the chat is like, stop, Mario. No, really. No,
yeah,
it's true,
guys,
though.
we
You
yeah,
felt like
like-
Dumbledore there talking about love and
I do feel
that.
that. Oh man.
And I would also like to assure the community that none of us are going anywhere.
Nowhere,
You're kind
yeah.
of all
No.
stuck with us. So if you're
Right.
part of this big dysfunctional
Yes.
family, you are stuck with us forever. So I hope you guys are
Yes.
buckled in and ready to go.
Exactly.
the same time next month,
Jose!
Mario. Will
Jose,
that be
Yeah.
Yes.
We should
That's
do
awesome.
like a regular reunion situation.
All right,
Yeah,
we'll
we can
do
just-
Down.
all of us can be consistent guest stars on Friggin Nerds Media.
There we
Yeah.
Hey.
Come on. Yeah, guys, if you haven't followed today, hit the follow button because we already have a lot of like the community that hangs out with us. We just do nerd stuff.
Yeah,
We already
that's right.
have Brita, Sue, and James that are here on the reg. Now
We
now
just
that
need
we
to work
can
on pulling
peer
everybody
pressure them, now we'll
Lynette?
just start dragging them here,
By the hair.
right? Like
I-
you can't leave.
We can't
Good
leave.
thing
We
Mario's
can't
already
leave.
here.
Oh my
God.
With the beard. That's like
I do want to say before we finish up, if you want to support all of your favorite content creators in other ways, everyone has merch, and I can tell you how great it is.
Oh my gosh, look at all the
Yes.
people.
All of them. All
So
of them.
first
Hang
of
on,
all,
wait, is
this
this
one is currently not available, but if anyone really wants it,
It's a
options-
rare.
Bidding starts at $100.
Oh dear.
Get one of those too.
Which I also, Zoe, I don't know. Do you still have your WUtuber Naughty design up?
I that will be a permanent fixture. WUtuber Naughty is never coming down. That is a
Oh,
lifetime
heck yeah.
guarantee.
And we also have
I would also
the
like to
Courage
request that
Wolf.
I would like to request that Dan model these as you hand them to him.
Yes.
Just have shirt after shirt after shirt.
So that is the
Yes.
Courage Wolf for Lynette. So to help raise awareness for lupus. She's one of my Spoonie friends. This is the OG Animagus logo.
Classic.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully
Classic.
it's available.
That.
This is the OG Expecto
Yo.
logo.
Oh.
And
Yes.
they have way more designs, so if that design doesn't quite strike your fancy, this one I hope is still available. This is the Professor design from Ghost Shiny Hunter.
Neat.
I
This
forgot
one is
about
not,
that
this
one.
one's invisible.
Whoa.
Visibility
Wow.
cloak.
Invisibility shirt.
Alright.
That one's
Like,
very
A
expensive.
unicorn, yeah.
It's
Unicorn.
a unicorn, and because the unicorn is pink, I got a shirt that's not
Made
pink.
from the same fabric as the real invisibility cloth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with 100%
As hair.
Yes.
Here we go.
This is the OG
My
Witches
favorite.
Unite shirt.
Nice,
Not
nice.
Now this one, I don't know. I actually got this one on Amazon.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know
that's
if
still
Lynette-
available. Yes, it is.
Okay, Lynette says that's still available. This is my peace, love, and
Oh my
Harry
gosh,
Potter
Brita.
design.
I love that one.
You have
That
so
is
many
that
shirts.
crazy.
You don't even
And
know.
then this one is by Sigan, who did a really amazing Lumos design as a fundraiser. But I think there is a permanent
Oh,
version
yeah.
of this posted. And those are most of my shirts. That's not all of them.
There may also be some yellow
auction them off
versions
for
in my
Lumos.
closet.
And yeah, Dan has some of them in yellow and red. So, but you guys, like Teespring has a whole bunch of different options. Friggin Nerds Media is going to add a pink option because I basically shaped
To be
it into
fair,
it.
I added pink. I didn't know it had to be a specific
Oh, no, it
shade
has
of
to
pink.
be the signature
I
thing.
missed that part.
It's going up today, right after this.
Mostly
Maybe not
we're
today.
hot pink, okay? The only reason I have a light pink shirt is because the long sleeve shirt doesn't come in hot pink, and I need something to wear in the winter.
Oh my goodness. Oh my
Just
goodness.
your headphones though, so
It does,
That's true.
yeah. My headphones are light pink. So these were like $5 from Walgreens when we realized that we forgot to pack headphones for a trip. So, and now I wear them all the time. But
Any
yeah.
of our mods in chat, if you guys can spam chat with all of our WUtuber friends' links, that would be awesome because
Awesome.
mostly because I don't know how to do it.
I'm
So if you
distributing
guys could do
Banhammer-
that, that would be
Banhammers.
awesome.
I'm distributing mod hammers also. Just saying.
And I'm just saying, if any other YouTubers want to come out with merch, I cannot have enough pink t-shirts. So
I'll send you
I'm
the
working
link
on
later, Brita.
Manny Fanny's
Oh,
coming at
Mama
you
Dawn
real
is
soon.
supporting. Mama Dawn said colored friggin' nerds merch, please.
Oh, we'll get it.
Mama Dawn also wants her mouse pad. She's holding steady for that.
Oh
mouse
yeah,
pad.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
fancy.
I'll get on that. I'll get on it.
Oh
I
man.
did just add, if y'all are interested, the WUtuber Naughty also comes in a wine tumbler and in a pint glass now.
Ooh.
Just a little bit, because Teespring just added a bunch of really cool stuff. So I was like,
They
oh.
did.
That's true.
I feel like,
Teespring keeps changing stuff up. So
Frida and Zoe need to start like a home shopping for like WUtuber
Yes.
stuff.
Yes.
I like
Gosh,
it.
that'd be
It'd
so
be
great.
fantastic. But
That'd
you
be
need
heckin'
like
fun.
the really tall like Texas hair, you know?
Yeah,
Be
the
like-
big
Volume.
hairspray.
Yeah,
Yes.
volume.
okay, I think I could
Yeah, I could
figure
do
that out
Jesus.
maybe.
I'll
It'd
teach
be
you, Rita. I
hilarious.
got you.
Okay.
It's easy.
Because I'm
Yeah.
just at this point, my hair is so long, I basically just braid it all the time because it doesn't do anything else.
Girl,
Me.
with hair as thick and long as yours, we could build it to the heavens. Like
Yes.
I mean, isn't that like the higher the heels, the higher the hair, the closer to heaven you are?
the
Like,
higher the
yeah.
hair, the closer to God
Yeah.
they be.
praise Jesus.
Jack
Just
into
gonna-
Jesus with that Aquanet girl. Go.
Yeah. You're super
Picked
close.
TikTok because it's in portrait mode, right?
Yeah. There you go, Mark. There you go.
Oh my gosh.
All right, guys. But
I would say I'd have to play the D&D once, but you invited me and I was like, yeah, that starts at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I mean, don't feel bad. I'm like,
What?
that starts at like 9 o'clock in the evening. I can't stay up that
I
long.
know.
Okay.
Dan's like, can we start it at 6 a.m.? I'm like, I forgot. Dan's the youngest old man of our group.
It really is. But stay tuned because we've talked about at some point doing like some sort of Harry Potter one shot
Yeah.
that would
Yep.
start earlier in
Screw
the
that. I
campaign.
want a whole persistent campaign that's Harry
Yes.
That's all
Potter.
Harry Potter?
Okay,
Yes.
so I'm with you on a whole campaign, but I would like to do a Harry Potter thing with Dan at least once. And he is not going to commit
Okay.
to staying up till midnight twice.
No,
Okay,
we'll have a
okay.
special 6 a.m. one shot for Dan.
6 a.m.
Okay.
D&D one shot for
Awesome.
Dan.
2
Yes.
p.m. Eastern works
That
perfectly
is
fine.
goodness.
Yes.
no problem, 'cause I
D&D
will not be
breakfast.
awake
1
at
a.m.
6 a.m.
for me. Ugh.
What about
Oh,
And
10
man.
maybe we
10
could do it
Oh, wait.
same time that we do it now. I'm just saying.
Same
Oh,
bat
Pre-recorded
time.
Everybody
and
can
then
join
we can do
now.
it live.
Everyone has their characters ready, right? Let's do it
Yeah.
right now.
Yep.
Let's go.
All right,
Right now,
everybody, let's
right
start
now.
rolling.
Let's
Let's
roll.
go right now.
Roll
for initiative.
I would say
All
we
right,
got
so
we
you
got
want-
D&D tonight.
Oh gosh.
I keep forgetting we have D&D tonight, so we might as well
We
just start
do.
right now.
Yeah. I got to
Everybody
meet
get-
up
let's
after
get
this,
ready.
and then I got to do D&D after that. So yeah,
Yep,
it's
we
gonna be a
gotta-
busy weekend.
It is a
For
busy
sure.
We've
weekend.
got
Yeah.
so much
is.
snow to shovel,
Wow.
man.
Yeah.
It is like
Woo.
absolutely insane.
I'm
It
just
is
not
taller than me.
worrying about anything in my real life until not even Monday, Tuesday.
Oh, yeah, right.
Tuesday is when my real life resumes. Monday is for crying in my pajamas and
Exactly.
You have it on your
day
calendar.
drinking. So
Oh man. But guys, unfortunately, we gotta say goodbye for now.
For now.
The party does not stop here. Yes, we have D&D if you still want to hang out with us tonight, but your WUtubers are still there for you. We have a whole day of streams, night busing, and whatnot.
yes.
It is going to be a
Yeah.
fun time. For more updates on that, we have information on our Discords, on the Expecto Go Discord. I think Friggin Nerds as well. You can find the full schedule out there. We'll put it on Twitter as well for you guys. Starting about, I think, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time all the way to the end, where we'll be saying goodnight at midnight Eastern Standard Time with Expecto Go. So full schedule will be out there for you guys to ride the night bus one last time, which is really weird to say.
Yeah.
But again,
Thank
guys,
you, UK guys. You've only got 3 hours.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh my
good.
gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just everyone check out the link that Cindy has posted. I don't know if there's a way to pin links in Twitch or not for people
You
to see
can't.
that. No,
Yeah.
It's only
okay.
YouTube.
All right,
No,
Cindy.
but she's
Cindy,
been
just-
sharing it.
We can pin it in
Yeah.
our Discord though.
Okay.
Or Facebook.
So there's just a ton of streams. There's a whole bunch of night bus stuff between Discord and between YouTube and between Twitch. And the idea, we'll see how it goes, is to like stay on the same bus the whole time
Mhm.
so that like
Hmm.
I'm streaming for 3 hours, but then I'm gonna be in chat for other people's streams. The idea is to try and be on the same bus.
So basically, it's going to be the Muppets in real life with
Yes.
the night bus.
Yes, we're just
We're
all
gonna
gonna be
break
on the
the
night bus
server.
People up as we
together.
go.
Oh, and completely unrelated, but I forgot when I was showing you guys all my t-shirts. I also have this amazing necklace, which you guys
Yes,
100% cannot see. But y'all, somebody needs to show the Etsy shot that Britz has because she makes the
Yes.
most
Oh
beautiful
yeah.
potion
It's
necklaces.
amazing.
And I love mine so much.
I love mine too. I don't
and
have mine
tomorrow
on.
I'll be wearing the necklace I bought from Chris because Chris also makes beautiful necklaces.
Yes, I have like 5 of hers. I love them.
Oh, and somebody in chat is already like better than I am. So for anyone who wasn't in my stream on Thursday, Mark, do you wanna tell them what's going on? We're going past 4 o'clock, but it's fine.
Yeah, because we started our own little website, didn't we?
Yeah, we started the website.
Yay.
Yay.
Wait.
Tell us more.
I missed. Huh?
So Mark and I, I have been editor-in-chief of Wizards Unite Hub for
Right.
I don't know how many years, like 3.5 years. And Mark started Task Force Times, which is also an amazing website. So we decided that we should start our own gaming website.
Our powers combined.
Yes, by our powers combined, we bring you magical gamers.
Yo, that's awesome,
Oh,
guys.
that's so awesome.
Dude, I love that. Oh my gosh.
So I was definitely a little optimistic and thinking we could actually launch the website this week because we're building the website from scratch. But we do have a coming soon page. You can sign up to get to be emailed when the website full on launches. But so Mark and I are gonna be covering different fantasy games. Certainly Harry Potter games, but we didn't want to limit ourselves just to Harry Potter stuff. We both really like writing in addition to filming videos. So that's why we are working together on this new venture.
That's
perfect.
awesome.
That's
I'm all
perfect.
in on this. I'm all in on this. Yep.
Oh,
That's
man.
awesome.
But guys,
Yeah, we didn't tell you this ahead of time.
That's so great. I know, this is so awesome.
Right,
By the way.
NDA guys, get a taste of what it feels like.
oh, man, more content.
Guilty.
We like it. We like it. More content, guys.
Oh yeah.
But again, guys, thank you guys for joining us. It was an amazing time. If you guys missed it, we'll probably post this on YouTube for people to watch along who couldn't make it. But this is the perfect time to get everyone together. We're all around the world here. But thanks, guys. This was a great time. Ladies and gentlemen, your WUtubers. Give it up for them.
Hey.